James has informed the Lakers to move on without him. He intends to play this year, but it will be somewhere else other than Los Angeles. The favorites, Golden State, Cleveland, and Miami. And just final, in the World Cup, Ivory Coast taking on Norway. Norway gets the win by a score of 2-1.
SportsCenter is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagel. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It's NBA free agency day, y'all. Welcome to the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He's Jason Minix. Hey, it's NBA free agency day, man. Let's go. Already a bunch of stuff happening. LeBron James no longer an L.A. Laker.
He broke up with them before they could break up with him.
Yeah, I wonder. Sometimes you just got to let the woman have the win. You know what I mean?
You're calling LeBron the lady?
It was my fault, honey.
Oh,
but
you're good at that.
I don't want
apologizing. Is this new mad or you still mad? Just so I know what page to be on.
New mad.
Well, you know, like sometimes when you're in trouble with the wife, you just have to find out: did I do something new,
I got you,
or
got
are you still mad?
Okay,
yeah. Whatever was yesterday,
or 2 months ago that just popped back in your mind.
Exactly.
Lots happening, though, but that is the big news today. LeBron James and the L.A. Lakers breaking up. Where will LeBron end up? Could it be San Antonio?
It could be. Would you want LeBron in San Antonio?
Jeez.
And look, I know for whatever reason you don't like the guy.
It has nothing to do with like or dislike.
Yeah, no, it does.
Taco Tuesday.
Think about the Taco Palenque commercials that man could do in San Antonio.
Absolutely. Taco Palenque didn't have enough money to pay that man to do commercials for them.
Look, he's going to have to do commercials because I saw Sham say his next destination isn't going to be money motivated.
It's all about happiness.
Yes, happiness.
Happiness.
And Taco Palenque makes you happy. Or
well,
made us happy after playoff win.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I got no problem with Taco Palenque. It would probably cost a few tacos, if you know what I mean, to get LeBron to be your spokesperson.
It'd be the really good fajita.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. We got so much to talk about when it comes to the NBA. Just watched an incredible finish in the Ivory Coast-Norway game.
Yeah.
Ivory Coast in West Africa, known for their beach resorts and rainforests.
Huh.
That's a bigger country than I thought it was going to be when you look it up on a map. 8
of the 9 teams that were participating all made the knockout round from Africa, which kind of surprised everybody. But you know what? They're good. Unfortunately for Ivory Coast, they're knocked out, and Norway moves on. The next match coming up is France and Sweden, which is supposed to be one hell of a match.
At this point, I think you're going to see a lot of matches that are going to be one hell of a match.
Perhaps.
The knockout stage.
Perhaps. Yesterday was incredible in the World Cup.
Dude, I watched a lot of soccer last night.
It was incredible. Germany losing, that's a huge upset.
Huge.
Morocco winning, I think that was an upset.
For you soccer experts, in which I am not, I need to hear from you in the sense of you get to the penalty kicks. Now, I understand sometimes you can get under it and kick it over. But there was a dude last night. He missed everything completely trying to go to the right. Now, there are a couple that hit the posts, and that's going to happen. But this guy missed everything. And all I can try to equate that to would be like, I don't know, you're in the NBA Finals, and a free throw wins it, and you shoot an air ball. Is that a proper, how did that just happen? I mean, it's one thing when the guy dives and he guesses the right way, because that's all the goalie is doing, is seemingly just guessing.
You have to.
And hopes the ball hits him as opposed to him stopping the ball.
Absolutely.
Although the one dude made the stop, and landed kind of on the ball, and he kicked it in himself. Duh. I was so entertained by the penalty kicks where I was thinking, well, this is a dumb way to end the game. But it was dramatic as hell.
It is dramatic as hell. Well, we just had that here. Ivory Coast had an opportunity to tie it up with a penalty kick, and the goalkeeper for Norway made a hell of a save.
Well, it was a free kick from outside the box, so there was defenders there. It wasn't just one-on-one where he guessed.
No, I get it, but I mean, I'm just saying it was a hell of a stop.
Yes.
You're still one guy covering a large net.
Yes.
And so you got to make the right call, and he did. It was great. Very nice.
Yeah. No. The soccer has been fun. Pledge, you just make a poll for YouTube?
He did.
Would you want LeBron in San Antonio?
Well, right now the No's are leading this thing 67-33. Obviously, it's early, but I agree. I want to see LeBron go to Golden State. I do. I would love to see that collection of legends over there play together for a season and see how they would do, especially as Steph Curry, who I love Steph Curry. I think the guy's great. And LeBron James playing together. You got Draymond Green, Kristaps Porzingis, who Golden State re-signed today, and perhaps Anthony Davis.
Now, the memes write themselves, from the Golden Girls that you've seen to the geriatric State Warriors. But you're right. It's like the traveling all-star team.
Yes.
I got to believe their regular season would be do enough to get in the playoffs. But in the playoffs, they could be dangerous. Now, you look at LeBron realistically. San Antonio and Oklahoma City, if he wanted to go somewhere where he could play a role and collect more rings, that's why you're going to hear San Antonio and Oklahoma City.
Bill Simmons said yesterday, I saw an article by Bill said San Antonio would be the perfect place for LeBron James.
Did he say why?
Well, sure. I mean, the guy could obviously he's not the number one guy.
Yep.
He would know that coming in. He's showed that he can do that. Number two, he wouldn't have to play a whole hell of a lot.
Yep.
You save him, and he's got a hell of a chance for another ring. I've even heard Oklahoma City might be a hell of a place for a LeBron James.
I think for all the reasons San Antonio makes sense, so does Oklahoma City. And I would say if Greg Popovich were still the head coach, I think there would be a lot more to LeBron coming to San Antonio.
Could be.
Now, I know Pop's still a part of the organization, but I don't know. Now, New York, I was reading an article today where he told Dwayne Wade at one point that he would end his career in New York or L.A. New York just won a title. But we know everybody loves the Garden, and so does LeBron James. Would he want to finish his career with the New York Knicks? And from a business standpoint, he's got L.A. covered. Could he take care of New York? Going back to Cleveland, again, you look at a team that has a lot of pieces in place, looked really good until they didn't against the New York Knicks. Could LeBron go home and go full circle and wrap up his career? And then there's talk about Miami. You know, it's weird because you look at the other dude in L.A. that wants out, and let's go to a team that he used to play for. Well, all right. It looks like Toronto is likely going to be the spot for Kawhi. Thank goodness.
We could be hearing that at any moment, by the way. They're close. They're close, according to reports.
But in reality, LeBron to San Antonio, again, 2% chance, if that. Same with Oklahoma City. But if he truly isn't money motivated. Now, Cleveland, James Harden, apparently is delaying his contract signing.
Yep.
So they can have the freedom, if they need to, work out whatever with LeBron. Same thing's happening with the Golden State Warriors, with Draymond opting out to give them that flexibility. And the reality is, and I see some of the comments on our YouTube page, which you can access through sasportstar.com, LeBron was still really good at basketball last year. and what he could add, especially in a role. And the fact that he took a backseat not only to Luka, but to Austin Reeves last year, says a lot about LeBron's state of mind, where his ego is or isn't. And when they needed him, because Luka got hurt and Austin Reeves got hurt, LeBron still carried them past the first round of the playoffs.
And he did carry them.
From a basketball standpoint, LeBron makes a lot of sense. Financially, if he truly isn't money motivated, and he's not looking for $50 million a year, then if you're Brian Wright, you at least have to make the phone call, don't you?
Well, I guess, but LeBron's not going to want to get too far away from California. I just don't see that happening.
There's private jets all over.
I don't care.
Let's talk about the tax situation.
He's not coming to San Antonio. As much as that would be a huge deal for the Spurs, for Spurs fans, that's not happening.
Mm-hmm.
That's not happening. He's going to end up at Golden State. I just think that's a perfect place for him to be. And how much fun would it be to watch that team? And I just like that. Now, Fred on our San Antonio Sports Star said, "Well, Bronny liked Golden State." Bronny and LeBron waited until today because Bronny's contract became guaranteed yesterday.
Fully guaranteed $2 million and change. I think $2.3 million yesterday. So he's a Laker. Now, he could easily be dealt, but the idea of Miami, remember the rumors were, well, if it's a package deal, he could go to Miami and Bronny could actually play there. And let's face it,
Bronny has earned that.
All of it. So I kid.
Yeah,
but yeah, he's a Laker, at least for now.
Well, I don't know what the hell's the matter with Pat Riley. Is he losing it in his old age?
What?
That we could use Bronny. He could be our starting point guard. Like what?
If it gets you LeBron James.
Please stop it. Stop it. Even at that. No. Bronny needs to go to the G League.
It's a second-round pick, man.
Yeah, what? Aren't they all? Aren't they all? Either a first or second, right?
Well, kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of. I think he'd really enjoy Austin.
Yeah, he might enjoy Austin. Yeah. I would like to entertain those thoughts, but as I sit here today, I just see there's 0% chance that LeBron James ends up in San Antonio. I just don't know that. I just don't see that happening. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I tell you, it'd be exciting for this city. It'd be exciting for Spurs fans. I'd be excited about it, believe it or not, but I just don't see it happening.
According to betonline.ag, Golden State has the best odds at 1-10. Cleveland 2-1, Boston 8-1, San Antonio 10-1, Miami 12-1, Denver 14-1, Minnesota 16-1, Detroit 18-1, New York 20-1. Do you want me to keep going?
Well, now see, here's the problem, Spurs fans.
Uh-huh.
If he doesn't come to San Antonio, you damn sure don't want him to end up in Denver. Or Oklahoma City, or I don't know, even Golden State could possibly be scary. And I know the old jokes are flowing here on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page about the Golden State Warriors, but still, I mean, think about that. It was a collection of veterans that schooled the Spurs in the NBA Finals.
I mean, that's one way to phrase it.
It was a collection of veterans, was it not?
Then what do you consider the geriatric Warriors, the geriatric State Warriors? If they were to put that group together, that wouldn't be a collection of veterans because, by definition, the years of service with all those guys compared to what you saw with the New York Knicks. Because while veteran players still young enough to have the energy to keep up with the kiddos.
Well, there's that. But just think about it. That team would not get outsmarted or outcoached. They wouldn't. And I don't care who the coach is on the other side. They would not get outcoached or outsmarted. They wouldn't. Now, would they the athletic ability and the outplayed portion of it? That could happen. But I don't know. I'd like to see that. I think it'd be a lot of fun for basketball fans in general. I don't think the Warriors will win it. I think they'll be more competitive. With the LeBron James, and if they get an Anthony Davis and he can play a game or two, maybe that helps. But it's certainly not a team you could circle on your calendar anymore and say that's an easy dub.
No, but it would be a game that you circle, and ticket prices would be insane because of the All-Star team rolling into town.
There's that.
But if they're all chasing a ring, and if LeBron is ring motivated at this point in his career, then he's either going to Denver, San Antonio, or Oklahoma City in the West, not Golden State, or you go somewhere to the East. Cleveland and New York make the most sense. Miami, after they made the trade with Milwaukee for the Freak, I just don't know if they're going to be assembled enough this coming season to be able to compete for a championship. This feels like Pat Riley has started a 2 or 3 year project with the foundational pieces coming in with Giannis, but adding LeBron right now doesn't put them over the top.
Well, it would be interesting. I'd rather him go to the East. That'd be great, although I'd hate to see him end up with the Knicks because they're going to keep that collection of guys together, and obviously it was a difficult proposition for the Spurs in the finals. You add a LeBron James and that experience and what he brings, that would make them even tougher. Cleveland, they could certainly use him. I don't know, can he and James Harden coexist? And that would be a question. Going to be interesting to see what happens with LeBron James. He is going to play, not retiring. A couple of people on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page saying they can't wait for that to happen. But at least for this upcoming year, according to LeBron James, he's going to play. It's just not going to be for the L.A. Lakers. So we'll see what happens. Hey, there could be breaking news all over the place today, so you need to stay with us, stay tuned in. Obviously, the Spurs have made a couple of moves, but there are some names out there that reportedly they are still, talking about and maybe trying to sign to come in here to San Antonio. One of them's a familiar name that's been here before. Plus, their Summer League roster is out. The rookies that they just drafted going to play. We're talking about all of it when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Attention soccer fans. House of Cards and Collectibles on Vance Jackson has the 2026 Panini Prism FIFA Soccer Card Packs in stock. Pull cards from Mbappe, Messi, Kane, Bellingham, and many more. Find autographs and serial numbered cards randomly inserted. House of Cards and Collectibles also has FIFA World Cup sticker albums and packs. Come in today before they're all gone. House of Cards and Collectibles at 2105 Vance Jackson Road.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46, and I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Move over, Chips. There's a new crunchier MVP in the snack aisle. Enter pork rinds. Southern recipe pork rinds are low-carb, gluten-free, and packed with protein to keep you going. And the flavors, big, bold, crunchy. From sweet barbecue to hot honey, every bite brings that flavor-packed crunch you crave. Grab your favorites today at H-E-B or online at porkrinds.com. Southern recipe pork rinds are your snack time, crunch time hero.
After an auto accident, you might be in a lot of pain, feeling battered and bruised, even if you were wearing a seatbelt and doing everything right. Well, now's the time to make another right decision and hire Thomas J. Henry Law to get in the ring for you. Going toe-to-toe, hitting back against the insurance companies trying to bob and weave to save a few bucks on your case. Thomas J. Henry Law. We're always in your corner. Get your case started at tjhlaw.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Orthopedics. If pain is slowing you down, you don't have to live with it. We target the source of your pain for fast, lasting relief. No pain pills, no surgery. Most patients notice results in just one visit. We accept most insurance plans, so getting help is easy. Don't wait. Visit Orthopedics.com today. That's AIRROSTI.com. Orthopedics. We fix pain fast.
To find the location nearest you, visit Airrosti.com.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
right, step up. If you really know the Rangers, this is your game on Rangers Game Day. Make your call in the morning huddles, Ranger Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger who takes one deep. He hits one, you're in. Ranger tickets. He hits two. Now we're talking tickets and a hotel stay. Big swings, big rewards. Wake up with the morning huddle and cash in with the morning huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, so many things going on, Jason, and to me it's a big deal. Serena Williams back at Wimbledon after a 4-year drought. Obviously, she's a legend in tennis, and she's trying to make a comeback. Dropped her first set in her first match. Somebody by the name of Maya Joint, 3-6. So we'll let you know what happens to Serena Williams. It was good to see her back out there, though. I mean, she's kind of like, you know, you want her to do well. I don't want to see her perform poorly. It's kind of like Tiger Woods or Tom Brady or anybody else that you think of as a legend. You don't want to see them perform poorly, and obviously after 4 years, well, she didn't start out too good.
It's still amazing what she's doing, but in a lot of ways it'd be like if and when we see Tiger Woods on a golf course again.
Yeah.
The fact that they're there is remarkable enough.
Yes.
But
yes.
Then you expect them to play at the level that you remember them at.
Yes.
And that's not realistic.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Not realistic. All right.
Yep.
Spurs yesterday, right after our show ended, took care of Harrison Barnes. 1 year, $8 million. That's perfect for bringing back HB. And that's what we talked about yesterday. Want him back, but about half of what he was making last year. We said yesterday 10 to 12, and the fact that the Spurs got it done for 8 is pretty remarkable, but also tells you he wants to be here. And then there's so many rumors out there, still with John Collins and Rui Hachimura topping the list, and now you add in a return of Mamu. And I still kind of feel like there should be bigger names associated with the San Antonio Spurs. Mamu opted out of a deal that was going to pay him, what, 3?
About $3 million, yeah. So you get him for cheap, and he is a big guy that could help protect Wemby, and I think that's what they're looking for. I don't see any blockbuster moves coming for the Spurs. I see guys that, like we're talking about, Collins, Hachimura, Tobias Harris, perhaps, or guys like this. I just don't see a big superstar coming. I don't think the Spurs need that, and I'm not sure they have the money for that at this point in time. So I look for them to fill in with guys like this and go from there. But I did like the Harrison Barnes signing, and when you look at what the Spurs have done in the draft and so far in free agency, I know the proof is in the pudding, yes, but they've won the offseason thus far. They have made all the right moves, it seems, thus far in the offseason.
The deal for Julian and the deal for Harrison Barnes, perfect. And it will be interesting at 5 o'clock if we get one of these other names that we're hearing about or something else done. Tobias Harris is an interesting one to add into the mix. And I will warn you, people, be careful when you're looking at Twitter that what you see is real. I damn near got earlier.
Woo!
I was in the office and said words I can't say on the radio before I realized, well, this is some BS. And at least this one was so obvious you didn't really fall for it. But there's one listed as shams that the Spurs had agreed with Bismack Biyombo on a ridiculous contract. And I just said things in the office like, this can't be real. And then I checked, and it's not. And Reinagel was laughing. He's like, well, at least you didn't do it on the air.
Exactly. Because, look, that's happened to me. I can't. It has. You hit those, and they look real, and you're like, bam, look at this.
Uh-huh.
And you're in such a hurry to get it out there, and so, yeah, it happens. So, luckily, it was in there during rehearsal and not during the real thing.
Absolutely.
So that's a good thing.
It is said his presence in the locker room is priceless. He can come back if it is truly priceless. I'd love to have him back if it's priceless.
Well, and again, we talked about this yesterday. I mean, with Plumlee and Biyombo, and I'm not sure exactly why they were brought in last year. I don't see them returning any of them. And so with what the Spurs have done in the draft and what I hope they do in free agency, they shouldn't need those guys. It'll be interesting, this Rui Hachimura. Now that LeBron's not going back to the Lakers, will the Lakers do everything in their power to try and keep that guy? Because, I mean, obviously they lost a big piece of what's going on there. Hachimura is a big piece of what the Lakers do. And so I just wonder if they're going to fight to keep that guy. He is an unrestricted free agent, so he can do whatever he wants. But having said that, the Lakers may try and extend an olive branch.
It is going to be interesting to see. I know the Lakers are saying all the right things when it comes to LeBron. Lovely, lovely post from Jeannie Buss. And LeBron.
Did you cry a little?
No.
I did. I shed a tear.
LeBron quote tweeting it, "No, thank you," in all caps. "Truly an honor to wear the purple and gold while trying to continue the greatness and legacies that came before me. Hope I made a few proud during my stint."
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Humble LeBron.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it was, and I heard this phrasing yesterday by one of the ESPN NBA guys saying it almost feels like which one is going to break up first. And by all accounts, it was LeBron informed the Lakers, "You guys go ahead with your offseason. I'm going somewhere else. I'm taking my talents to fill in the blank." But it felt like the Lakers are ready to move on. Although part of me was wondering, we kind of touched on this, after the Luka trade, there was a point last year where the Lakers were playing great basketball when they were healthy, and you wondered, could this actually work? And why wouldn't you, if you're the Lakers trying to win championships, try to keep that together for a full season or 2 full seasons? But it just felt like the LeBron part had run its course there, and they made the move for Luka, and they were ready to go from LeBron to Luka.
Well, a lot of people speculate when they signed Austin Reeves to his big contract that could very well have spelled the end for LeBron James with the Lakers, and I think it did. And you can speculate all you want. Was this a LeBron idea? Was it the Lakers? Was it a combination of the two? That remains to be seen. But I think the Lakers were ready to move on. They want to build around Reeves and Luka and go from there. They need some help, though. I mean, if they're going to compete, because defensively, LeBron wasn't bad defensively, but they certainly got worse and not better. So they've got to think about adding some pieces there. And one of the guys that remember, Sandro Mamukilasvici. Mamu, that guy is the Lakers are said to be very interested in him. So
enjoy
we'll
LA,
see.
brother. Pledge, why are you laughing at Ryan Nagel? Like, you could say it any better.
Mamukilasvili. There you go.
Can you say it fast 3 times?
No.
Skilishvili.
What the hell? What are you, his agent? Are you his translator, or what the hell? Everybody knew what I was talking about.
That's why you say Mamu.
Exactly.
Sandro.
Or Lionel.
Lionel.
Wait, Pledge laughs. Oh, yeah, here's how you say it. Dude, that ain't right either, but it sounds right in your head, so go with it. I remember back in the day, when it was, is it Manu or Manu? So about half the show you'd say it one way and half the other, so half the time you were right.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
And it was, I'll never forget it was Gino Bealey.
Emmanuel Ginobili.
That's exactly when he was first drafted. Nobody knew who the hell he was.
And then they gave him number 6.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Don Harris got upset about that.
Don Harris, man. He made phone calls.
His head exploded.
It did. It did. We were downtown at a hotel in, what was it, La Mansione, where they were doing that press conference. And, yeah, Don Harris, his head did explode. You can't give him number 6.
Well.
And by the end of the day.
The Spurs buckled and gave him number 20.
Yeah.
So that happened, and that's your history lesson,
Emmanuel Ginobili.
Yes. Interesting stuff, man. Interesting stuff. And again, just stay tuned and keep keep your ears open because you never know what might happen, what could happen. The Kawhi deal with Toronto could happen.
Please
at
let it happen.
At any time,
Please
according to
let it
reports. Sorry, all you Spurs fans that have forgiven and forgotten. He ain't coming to San Antonio.
I so want to see that deal become official just to make sure that he ain't coming here.
Well, I'd like to see that happen too, actually, and get a good riddance. And he can go back to Toronto. They can have him, and we'll see what happens. But a lot of free agent moves. Jaylen Brown's sending out secret messages to the Boston Celtics.
Are they secret?
He wants to get out of there.
I don't think it's
apparently.
secret. It's
He'd
secret.
like to get the hell out.
Yeah.
Yes, he would. We're talking about it. We continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
1969. One giant leap. And millions of Americans didn't just watch it, they heard it.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Echoed across radios everywhere. In that moment, we were all connected. 250 years of dreaming big, and the sound that brings us there.
Hey, San Antonio, did you know your city has its own professional indoor football team? That's right, the San Antonio Gunslingers play pro football in Freeman Coliseum all spring and summer long. Fast-paced, hard-hitting action in the cool, comfortable indoor arena. No blazing Texas heat, just pure excitement. It's football the way it was meant to be, right here at home. Learn more, grab tickets, and follow online at SanAntonioGunslingers.com and on social media. The San Antonio Gunslingers, your indoor pro football team.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
At the Institute for Functional Health, we are dedicated to helping you live life fully, playing with your kids, golfing, and feeling great without relying on pills. We're not about treating symptoms temporarily. We're about extending your health span, the years you live in good health. I'm Dr. Torres, and for over a decade, my team has transformed lives by tackling health issues at the root. Tired of medications without real answers? Take control of your health with us. Call 210-468-1891 for a free Discovery Day consultation or visit IFFhealth.com. Improve your health span today.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can choose the best coverage option for you. Because you know you. Like, you know that hiking isn't for you. Sure, it sounds nice to be in nature while exercising, but that's what a gym and houseplants are for. I mean, you don't even like walking upstairs. So why would you walk up a hill for miles? To what, end up high in the air? Come on, you know you're scared of heights. Only you know you. So get coverage options within your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Pricing coverage match limited by state law.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagel for DraftKings. Did you know DraftKings is live in all 50 states? Yes, that means us here in Texas. Win or go home. That's it. That's the World Cup knockout round, and DraftKings has you covered for every single match. The DraftKings app is now live in Texas. So whether you're catching the early kickoff before work or the late match at the bar, you're in on every minute, every match, every moment, all in one app. Right here in Texas, the world's biggest stage in the palm of your hand. New DraftKings customers, sign up with code 941SportsStar. Spend $5 to get $200 in total rewards over 21 days. That's code 941SportsStar in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click to claim. Issued in non-withdrawable prediction dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends July 19th. Terms DKNG.co/predictions promo.
On BritBox, there is a place where stories twist like cobblestone roads, Grand manners hide secrets, and stakes are higher than seaside cliffs. Find places worth getting lost in on BritBox. Watch new series like The Other Bennett Sister from the world of Jane Austen and A Woman of Substance starring Golden Globe winner Brenda Blethyn. If you want to get away, you're in the right place. Stream the best of British TV on BritBox. Free trial at BritBox.com.
There's only one Ozempic. Hello, I'm Ozempic. And I'm other GLP-1s, kind of like him. Ozempic, you redid your jingle? Ah, thanks for noticing. Catchy, right? No. Okay, then. Well, ask your doctor about which FDA-approved uses of me, the Ozempic pen, may be right for you. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and learn more about Ozempic semaglutide injection, 2 milligrams. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. There's only one Ozempic. I told you it was catchy.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Coming up on the Morning Huddle, free agency trades, the NBA offseason in full swing.
NBA, nobody cares about that. It's football or soccer, and all the knockouts will keep you caught up. And we'll talk some real sports, too. Hey, get here early. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Back here on a Tuesday, just happens to be NBA free agency day. It opens up to, this afternoon at 5 o'clock officially. And so a lot of teams negotiating, making some calls, and doing their due diligence. Lots happening today. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He is Jason Minix, and happy to have you along.
Free agency is today, but you see that tweet from Adam Schefter?
Yes.
4 weeks from today, everybody will be at training camp.
Yes.
Cannot wait. Oxnard, California.
4 weeks from today. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Can't wait. It's going to be interesting. Lots going on. By the way, stay tuned. We have an update on the dude with the world's smallest penis. I'm just saying, it is an update, and it is it's
hard. Yeah, it's definitely hard.
Well, I don't know. Really. I'm not sure about that, but we do have an update. That's coming up here later in the show, and I know you're all
what a tease, Reinagle,
sitting on the edge of your seat waiting for that update. Yeah, now admit it, Minix. You got excited when you saw that notification pop up.
That would be one way to describe it. Inaccurate, but it would be one way to describe it. The update, though, is worthy of sticking around for about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I'm just saying.
I hope you can last that long.
Depends on who you're talking to.
Well, clearly not you.
Well, at least I know now I don't have the world's smallest penis, and that's nice.
The fact that you thought you might be in competition for it says enough, though.
Oh.
I mean, I know you're competitive, and you want to win at everything, but there's some that you could just bow out of.
I could hold my own, I think.
Well, everybody can hold their own. You got a hand, you can hold your own.
It's
spent a lot of time holding your own, I'm sure.
It's a fighter, yes.
It's like a friend of mine, and you know this guy too, right? Andy. Andy sends me a text earlier. Let me find it just to be accurate. Now, you know Andy well.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Hey, I know you're the guy who knows the right guy for everything. I injured my wrist last week working out. It hasn't gotten any better. Who's your sports doctor? Hey, Andy doesn't work out. I know better. And I know his wife has been out of town. Yeah, poor son of a...
Wow. He's been popping Viagra.
Would you ever look at Andy and say, yeah, there's a guy that's been working out?
No, that never comes to mind. No, it doesn't.
I mean, he could have said all kinds of things. Slipped and fell, hurt his wrist.
Yeah.
I've been working out and hurt my wrist. Dude. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me.
What'd you send him to TSAOG?
Yeah, I did.
There you go.
Tell him to go see Dr. Espinosa over at the Ortho Now Injury
Well,
Clinic.
there you go.
Yep.
Well, he'll be well taken care of, and he can explain it to the doc how he got hurt.
I don't know that, dude. I kind of felt like a doctor. Dude, don't lie to me. You know, like my wife is a career ER nurse. The stories that an ER nurse can tell.
Oh my gosh!
And the lies in which people seriously. Yeah.
You slipped and fell again, and that went up your butt again.
There's a lot of that. Shampoo bottles aren't meant for that. They're not. And the number of people that slip and fall and somehow land exactly that way.
Yeah,
and that's always the
bullseye.
And the other one, because I know it's summertime, popsicles melt. Just say it.
And what do you do with a stick?
Well, you got to have surgery to go get it.
Yeah, I've got
popsicles melt. I'm just good. I mean, just saying.
I've heard the same
PSA.
stories. I got a friend that's an anesthesiologist. And she's been on several of those. So yeah, hey, whatever you do is up to you. Just make sure there's a stopper. That thing doesn't crawl all the way up there. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. You know, you do whatever you want. It's a free country, but
we'll make fun of you.
Yeah, well,
we will make fun of you,
of course. But just make sure there's something there to stop that from.
When you lie to the doctor or your radio friends. Andy's working out my ass. Come on, ain't no way. Hurt yourself working out.
Oh
Please.
My goodness. Well, that's all right. Good old Andy. Shams Charania.
Here we go.
I got an update here. L.A. Clippers are nearing a deal sending Kawhi Leonard to the Toronto Raptors for Brandon Ingram and Gregory Dick. 2 first-round picks, 1 pick swap, 2 second-rounders, sources tell ESPN. So it looks like this is about to be a done deal. Number 2, back to Canada, eh?
With Turkey, eh?
Apparently. Now, if that's true, that's a pretty good deal, I would think, for the Clippers.
Well, I mean, to get Grady Dick and Brandon Ingram, 2 first-round picks.
A pick swap.
A pick swap and 2 second-rounders.
Yes.
For 1 Kawhi Leonard.
A 35-year-old Kawhi Leonard who is, injury-prone.
I will say the best news about this for Kawhi is the healthcare system in Canada is far better than the one here in America, and he is going to need it.
Maybe so. As long as he trusts their doctors. You just never know what doctors he trusts.
Well, true. So clearly the Clippers, they are getting Brandon Ingram in return, but they're starting over.
Well, they are. Brandon Ingram is a pretty good get, and yeah, basically they are starting over. And again, Bill Plaschke, and we mentioned this yesterday, said that LeBron was the worst free agent signing the Clippers have ever made.
Kawhi.
What did I say, LeBron?
You did.
Oh, sorry, they didn't sign LeBron.
No.
Not yet, anyway. Number 2 was the worst free agent signing they've ever had with the LA Clippers, and it would be the worst one with the San Antonio Spurs too. So I'm happy he's going to Toronto.
The and again, you look at this deal and digest it for a minute. Although you've been looking like at Toronto, where are they at? And I do think that, and I heard Rob and AJ talking about this a little bit this morning, because both franchises were mad as hell at Kawhi when he left. Now, what he did in San Antonio, far different than what he did in Toronto. I think everybody knew that he was a rental in Toronto, and he got him a championship.
Yeah.
But AJ brought up something that I thought, all right, that's worthy of thinking about. If the Spurs didn't have 4 other championships, we view him differently because of the 1 championship that he was a part of. And that's, if you're Toronto, a guy that got you your ring is coming back. I wonder if he is viewed differently, even though they were mad as hell at him when he left, because they thought, dude, man, look at what you were able to do here in the 1 year. It's not that bad here in Toronto. But he wanted to go home. And he planted a whole bunch of trees, and now he's going back to Canada.
And that's an interesting question. But again, and I would like to sit down and have a couple of beers with AJ and explain the entire story to him because.
Do you really?
Well, not really,
Okay.
but once you hear the story, once you know what that man and his uncle Dennis did to this franchise, it's very difficult for me to ever get past that. It really is, because I know things have turned out great. Wemby's here. The Spurs have gotten back to the glory days. I get it, and maybe we should all just sing Kumbaya and be on our way. But what that man did and being there as a part of that, you heard it all.
See, I'm with you, and I think Rob was the same way. And I do get, if you didn't live through it, from the outside looking in, you wonder, was it really as bad as everything that you've heard? And then, because of our job, some of the things that we have heard off the record, which, again, remain off the record, but that certainly does factor in my decision-making. This isn't old Diana Rossini. Let me FaceTime somebody and not really FaceTime them. But, some of the info and stuff that, no, I wouldn't want anything to do with it. But I do get, if you didn't live through it, from a basketball sense. But even then, his injury history, he's coming off of a great year. But how many of those are left? And at his age, if he were 31 or 29, maybe you do look at things a little bit differently. But at his age, I want nothing to do with that guy, and send him back to Canada. I'm thrilled with that.
I think it's great. And
I still hope the commissioner voids his contract.
Well, and again, he is still under investigation, by the way. People forget that. So, and the Clippers are as well, because, Kawhi was making a lot more money than what was being publicly released.
Yep.
Because, he trimmed a couple of trees, I guess, and at least allegedly. So we'll see what happens with that investigation as well. But it looks like that deal's about done. Number 2 headed back to the Toronto Raptors, and that should be announced. If it's not announced before 5 o'clock, certainly it will be. One of the first one announced right then and there.
Shams has it, so that's about as good as gold in today's NBA world, especially with what's going on. And again, at least he ain't coming back to San Antonio. So you could put those rumors and or fears, depending on how you want to look at it, to bed. And I guess I do see non-Spur fans that are bagging on that. Claymore, I see you. You're a Mavericks fan. Let's bring Nico back. How would you feel about that?
Yeah.
It very similar. Very, very similar, if you will. There are just some people that just aren't welcome.
No.
Again, if the Spurs were to do that, I'd root for him because he's wearing the jersey, but I would not be a fan. Couldn't do it.
No, you can't. And the problem is it would be a disaster, I think, in the locker room. Now, there are a lot of young players that don't remember and don't know about what happened, just like a lot of Spurs fans too. But there's people in management there, and that's why I thought this was a long shot for him ever coming back here, because a lot of the same people that were here then are still here now running this organization. And getting Kawhi Leonard back here would just be a disaster. And so I'm happy it's not happening.
I will say this. I quote tweeted the tweet from Shams, at least he ain't come to San Antonio. And Don Harris from Channel 4 just replied to my tweet.
Yeah.
Dumbest story of all time. Never was, never will. It's as if people forgot what happened here. The bridge was torched and will never, in all caps, be rebuilt.
Look, the bridge was torched. The Alamo was partly torched. The Alamo Dome, the Frost Bank, all of it.
All of it.
He blew it up, and he did it on purpose. And it just please.
F that guy.
Yes.
Yep.
F that guy is a great way to end that little rant. You're exactly right. We've already talked about LeBron not going back to the Lakers. He's told them to move on without him, so we'll see where he ends up. But this Jaylen Brown story, and it leads you to wonder, because the reports are that Boston is looking for 4 first-round picks for Jaylen Brown. And while you said you didn't think that was a bad deal, I'm not sure that other teams agree with you, because he doesn't appear to be getting any bites. Now, that could change. At 5 o'clock today, a deal might be announced. Who knows? I don't know how this guy goes back and plays in Boston. With all the bad blood that is there right now, I mean, this guy's been involved in 2 trade packages, 2 separate trade packages.
Yep.
So Boston's been trying to deal him. now for a little while. And if nothing happens and he ends up in Boston and stays there, boy, you talk about mending some fences. Somebody's going to have to do a lot of work.
You know, you take him to dinner, you apologize, you buy him a nice gift, and say it's business. Maybe you get a little bit of a raise. There's ways to make the guy happy. He's still rich, but he's feeling unloved right now. So you figure out ways to make him feel loved and wanted again. He is under contract. And when I do say the 4 first-round picks, from a Spurs standpoint, I would do that deal because I expect those first-round picks to be high 20s. They're going to be basically second-rounders. And I look at what the Spurs currently have, from Wemby to Harper to Castle to the 2 guys they just picked up this year. And hell, even if they wanted one of those guys, we don't even know them yet, right? Yeah, okay, cool. They're on the Summer League roster. One won't even play. But for the Spurs, 4 first-round picks I would do because I'm not going to need those for the next several years, and they're going to be late. Other teams, they might look at that value a little bit differently, but when you look at the Spurs and their immediate future, they can afford to lose 4 first-round picks because of where they're going to be, where they're expected to be picking, and with all the young players they already have. It's going to be hard enough to keep all these guys anyway when you start adding in all their contracts when it's time to pay them.
That's exactly right. All of those things are true. And, again, I think the Jaylen Brown to San Antonio was a little bit overblown as well. Maybe not to the level of the Kawhi Leonard, but a little bit overblown there. But it's not just San Antonio. It appears, at least at this point in time, because it's been very quiet when it comes to Jaylen Brown. And so I don't know if any team right now is budging. And if you're a GM of any other team except Boston, and you're thinking about this, you got to figure you might have Boston over a little bit of a hump. And you might be trying to negotiate pretty hard at this because, again, there's some bad blood there. There definitely is. What happened today, there was a tweet that came out, and it was basically somebody tweeted out, they need to send Jaylen Brown to a city that will respect him. And Jaylen Brown liked it and reposted it.
Oh, he reposted it too?
Apparently so,
More
yes.
than just a like. He wants to feel respected.
He wants to feel respected. And he doesn't feel like Boston respects him.
Is there a organization that respects their players more than San Antonio?
I think Boston might be over a barrel when it comes to this. And look, if you end up keeping Jaylen Brown, if you're the Boston Celtics, not the worst thing in the world, if you can make it all work. And I just wonder what's the relationship between Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown? Is there bad blood between those two? I don't know. It just seems like there's a lot of mending of fences that need to be done in Boston, and who knows? Next year is Brown going to be involved in another trade package?
You know, it's possible, and quite frankly, I don't give a damn if you get along. Can you go play together? Can you work together? You know, your colleagues. You don't have to be great friends either, but can you get the job done? And a big part of coaching in today's world is managing egos, right?
Oh, sure.
And so Brad Stevens, who seems to do everything right, has not done this one right. But can he manage the ego enough if he can't make a deal for Jaylen Brown?
Well, and Joe Mazzulla too. He's going to have to handle that on a daily basis. Yeah. So he's going to have to be involved, obviously. But it's just a weird story, and it's interesting. Now, again, it has been quiet, but that doesn't mean that come 5:01 this afternoon, Shams is not reporting a deal between Boston and X for Jaylen Brown and a bunch of players and picks and whatever the case may be. So we will wait and see once that happens. But it just appears there's a lot of bad blood. And, you know, kids these days, right? Liking and reposting and the social media, man.
You got to read the socials.
It's a big part of it.
Yeah, that's it.
The big part of it.
Speaking of socials, real quick before we go to break.
Okay.
Check what I just sent you on Twitter DM.
Uh-oh.
This is a story that all of us will hate unless it happened to you.
Big jackpot. Flight delayed. And Anthony turned $10 bet into, $3 million plus.
Playing a slot machine
at Harry Reid
at
International
the Vegas Airport.
You know, I hate those slot machines at the Vegas airport. I never win on those damn things. Holy cow.
It says, help me congratulate Anthony and the team at Harry. No, you son of a...
Yeah, screw you, buddy.
Mm-hmm. You son of a...
You know, some people have all the luck. I'm telling you. Wow. Well, hey, props to him. But those machines are like, you never play them because you never win. But apparently you do.
Here's the key at the airport. Now, I've never obviously won $3 million at the airport, or $3,000 for that matter. But if you ask the attendant, hey, which machine should I go play? They'll tell you.
Yeah.
And I know I took last time we were in Vegas, you were losing money over yonder at that one machine. And that guy put me on that one, $400, $500. So, yeah, I was pretty happy with that.
You know, if you
I would have been happier with $3.3 million.
You know, it was so funny, and I know we're up against it, but my wife, Maggie, we're driving to Kickapoo on Friday.
Uh-huh.
She did this whole AI research project on slot machines.
Uh-huh.
And so she's explaining the entire thing to me as we're driving to Kickapoo.
How long did it take her to lose you?
Well, I'm driving, so I got to stay awake and pay attention, and turn the radio down. And but it was interesting because there's certain machines that are more apt to win than others. And if you ask people, and a lot of people are either scared or don't think about it, those people will tell you, yeah, that machine's been winning, and that machine's been winning, and that one over there. They'll tell you.
Yeah.
They don't care. They don't give a damn.
Yeah.
So there you go.
$3 million.
At the airport, dude.
At the airport.
At the airport.
At the airport.
$10.
$10.
Hell of an investment.
I'd say.
Not bad.
Missed his connecting flight, I'm guessing, but who gives a damn?
Not
and he
bad
was
at
on a
all.
layover.
Dude.
It wasn't even, all right, I'm, licking my wounds, heading home. He had a layover.
I know the exact machine that he won on.
I did too.
I've played that machine.
Yeah.
I didn't win $3 million.
No.
Holy cow. The hell.
You did win $300 at a store credit at Love's, though.
Well, I did.
Not quite the same.
It's a little bit different, though, Pledge.
Still has the beef jerky.
Well, I do. It's in the office. Pledge, if you'd like some. It's in there. All right. Well, we'll take a break and get off of that, and the hell with that guy. Diana Rossini, this body cam video is out now where I'm not mad at her. Everybody else seems to be mad at her for getting out of a ticket. I'm not. You do whatever you have to do to get out of a ticket. We'll let you hear. You can decide. And again, the world's smallest penis guy, there is breaking news on him. We'll tell you about it when we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
KTFM Floresville. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your home for the Blitz. 2 to 6 on YouTube and always at sasportstar.com.
Missions fans, celebrate Tuesdays for the Cultura at Wolf Stadium with AARP $2 Tuesdays. Presented by San Antonio Sports Star. $2 tickets, beer, hot dogs, and more every Tuesday home game. Get your tickets at samissions.com.
Hi, I am Officer Sarai Walton with the San Antonio Police Department. SAPD is always hiring, and you can apply online if you think you have what it takes to become part of the SAPD family. Submit your application at sapdcareers.com. Once you submit your application, you will be contacted to begin the process. The San Antonio Police Department is always hiring. Start your journey to a rewarding career by applying online at sapdcareers.com. That is sapdcareers.com.
America is having the biggest birthday party ever.
250 years old.
That's like a lot of candles. And you can't have the best birthday party without the best fireworks. Mr. W Fireworks has everything you need to make America's 250th totally unforgettable.
The lowest prices around.
Seriously, nobody beats them.
Nobody.
No sneaky fees, no crazy markups. Just awesome fireworks at real low prices. Go to MrWFireworks.com to find a location near you. Mr. W Fireworks.
Because 250 only happens once.
Injury
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at TSAOG.com.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it. Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of Essentials Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rates reserved.
4th of July savings are happening now at the Home Depot with select appliances starting at $398. Plus, get free delivery on appliance purchases of $398 or more, no membership required. Upgrade your kitchen with a modern and sleek GE Profile refrigerator featuring hands-free autofill for the perfect pour every time. And make laundry day easier with 2-in-1 washer-dryer combo innovation that completes laundry in about 90 minutes. Shop top brand appliances now at the Home Depot. Offer valid June 17th to July 8th. U.S. only. See store online for details.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
It is breaking this afternoon. LeBron James has informed the Lakers to move on without him. He intends to play this upcoming season, but it will be somewhere else other than Los Angeles. The favorites right now, Golden State, Cleveland, and Miami. Yesterday, the Spurs agreed to give forward Julian Champagnie a new 3-year, $45 million deal, and they're also keeping forward Harrison Barnes. He's going to sign a 1-year, $8 million deal to return to San Antonio.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagel. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Well, happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope you're having a good Tuesday, whatever you're doing, however you're doing it. Appreciate you spending a little time with us here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. That young man over there is Jason Minix, and it is NBA Free Agency Day. Going to take place officially at 5 o'clock this afternoon.
2 hours.
Yep.
2 hours. But we already know Kawhi Leonard is not coming to San Antonio. Not that we really thought it could happen. But because his name was mentioned with San Antonio, until that deal was reported by Shams, I guess he's saying there's a chance. No, he's going back to Toronto.
Good for him. Good riddance. Get out of the West. That's good. Back in the East and enjoy Toronto. That's fantastic. It looks like it is a done deal according to Shams Charania. So. That will be made official, maybe one of the first ones when the clock strikes 5 o'clock that is actually made official. So we will wait for that. But a lot of other deals happening and getting done. If you heard SportsCenter, we're talking about the LeBron James situation. He is no longer an L.A. Laker, will not play for them this upcoming season, but he does not want to retire. He wants to play. So where is he going to go? We're on LeBron watch as well. Can we make that a segment? LeBron watch?
No.
No?
No.
LeBron watch.
No. By the time production brought something back to us, he'll have his new team.
Yeah, no kidding.
The Geriatric State Warriors is probably the best one. Or the Golden Girls.
Golden Girls is good.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good.
That's good. Let's do the Headline Blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. Brought to you by Novu Brazil Brewery in North Star Mall. 2 guys, to opinions. Never enough time.
You know, this Michael Phillips guy is going to end up being a household name. And it's sad. 38-year-old North Carolina guy. We talked about him last week. He, while Guinness hasn't officially certified him, he claims to have the world's smallest penis. And last week, if you remember, there was a story that he's owning it. He wants a surgery that will add to what he has. And GoFundMe, he had raised a whole lot of money.
He had, because he was going to do the surgery, and then, he backed out, if you'll recall the story last week, because it was too dangerous.
Now, it's also expensive. But a Beverly Hills doctor, Dr. Robert Dorfman, he's offered to do the surgery for free.
Well, good for him, I suppose, but it's still dangerous, is it not? I mean, whether it's free or you have to pay for it, the reasons the dude backed out, it was too dangerous.
Now, this doctor has a great heart. He said, quote, "I understand how deeply personal these concerns can be. They can have a significant impact on self-esteem and confidence. If I have the opportunity to help someone feel better about themselves, I'm happy to offer my services at no cost." Now, I got to believe that every person going to see a plastic surgeon is trying to feel better about themselves in one way or another.
Yes, I would say that.
Is he offering free services to everybody, or because he's in Beverly Hills and TMZ is writing about him, he knows that this will turn into more business?
Well, absolutely. That's a big part of it. So you take care of one penis, you might get, 100 after that they have to pay for.
I mean, it's certainly a possibility. Although I'm not sure if this good doctor is actually going to help him. He calls it, and again, we're a show that likes to educate you. And last week we learned a little something with Dr. Thomas Genevieve, who called in and said that length is one thing, girth is another. Dorfman uses what he calls, quote, Mr. Big Shot procedure, where they use cosmetic filler injections to boost girth. Takes about 30 minutes, little to no downtime. Every patient gets a consultation first to make sure they're a good fit. He says it's kind of simple, but I don't know that girth is what this guy needs.
Well, I mean, he's still going to have a small penis. It's just going to be fat.
Yeah.
So, he's going to have a fat, small penis.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know what. I'm not sure exactly if that's going to help, but hey, the guy's going to do it for free, and props to him. And Dr. Genevieve was cool explaining the fact that making it longer, involves a lot of risk.
Well, there's a tendon there.
Yeah.
And if what's the proper way to say it? There, something about the tent pole. All right. If it doesn't reattach right, then you're never going to raise the flag again.
Right. Exactly.
Well, that would defeat the whole purpose of the surgery. That would be the risk.
Well, it kind of would, but I'm still wondering and trying to wrap my head around a small, fat penis. And I don't know if that's going to help this dude.
It's a poor choice of words.
Well, I'm just saying.
It's a really poor choice of words.
I'm perplexed at this point in time.
I would imagine go toothpick to pacifier.
I'm not even sure it's that long. Did we ever measure 0.38 inches?
No. I mean, think about your little fingernail.
Does somebody have a ruler or a tape measure out there? Will you take a picture of it at 0.38? I mean, because we obviously don't have one in here.
I imagine you could probably Google it.
Well, I guess I could, but I'd like to put our research team to work out there. All the listeners that are listening. I'm just saying.
You're not soliciting penis pictures, are you?
No.
Okay.
No.
At Joe Reinagel 210 if you want to tweet those. Just to Joe.
Tape measure or ruler only. Now, how do you Google this? How long is 0.38 inches?
Well, just Google image a ruler and you could figure it out.
Well, no, I'd rather tell me.
telling you.
It's
not very much. It's less than an inch. Well, it's less than half an inch.
Yeah.
Think about
thank you for that.
When whoever cuts your hair, which is looking very shiny today.
Apparently it is.
You know how they pull it up and say, you want us to take about a half inch here? Think about what they generally trim off the top. That's all he has.
It's not very long.
That's all. Yeah.
It's not very long at all. So, see, it's not giving me my 0.38. So
that's what she said.
It's like, dude, there's nothing that small, so we're not even going to bother. Even AI can't figure that out. A pacifier, huh? Well, I mean, if I'm that guy, if it turned into a pacifier, that's not the worst of things. Put a little honey on that thing and you'd be fine.
So Diana Rossini tries to name drop to get out of a ticket. And, of course, there is body cam footage that has been sought after by many members of the media. She lied. She never FaceTimed a coach to get out of a ticket, but she did find out the cop's favorite team, Vikings. And the fact that he said, unfortunately. Now, he lives in New Jersey. She showed him a text from Kevin O'Connell. If people are losing their mind over this, she name dropped to get out of a ticket.
She got out of it, and she got out of it.
Yeah.
He didn't give her a ticket.
Now, again, she got pulled over because she was not using a hands-free device while driving. The police department said, we allow our cops to use their discretion. Ran a record. She doesn't have a bad record. Let her go. Right? Which, whether she name dropped or not, isn't that what every time we get pulled over, you're hoping the cop and you try to talk your way out of it, whatever way, always be nice. You don't always have to name drop. I saw that video last night and I was thinking, Tiger Woods won up to everybody after he had that last wreck and was like, sorry, dude, I was talking to President Trump. What you got for me? Right? I mean, everybody tries to get out of a ticket.
Of course they do. And that's why I don't understand the anger. I've heard, look, she's arrogant. She's this. And whatever you think of her is your business. But it's like, I should try to get out of a ticket. We've all tried to get out of ticket, especially women.
Yes.
And then you start crying or sobs, something. And sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. And so it worked for her. I props to her for that. I get it. And people, the comments on this tweet were just ridiculous. I hate her. She's arrogant. I knew I hated her. I'm like, please. Yeah. All the people that hate her.
What's the best line you've ever used to try to get out of a ticket?
Dude, I don't know. It's been a while since I've gotten a ticket.
Knock on all the wood.
Mannix. Yeah, so.
When you were in your TV days?
Yeah, I've gotten pulled over and people have recognized me and
thanks, Mr. Taylor.
No. I had a guy pull me over not too long ago, and we were at our place. I said, "Well, we're here," and he said, "Well, you were going," and I'm like, "Well, dude, I'm sorry, but we're here." And he goes, "Well, I'll let you go as long as maybe y'all can talk a little more Texans on that radio show."
We did for a day. We did for a day.
So there you go. Look, we all try to get out of tickets.
Yep.
I mean, so.
Yep.
And, in that situation, maybe I ought to get a fake ID that says Bill Taylor. Why not?
Well, why not?
Hand it to the cop and the ticket goes to Taylor.
You could do that.
Yeah.
You could do that.
So there you go.
There was all kinds of things that. The only part about that whole video that I thought was odd is she had two driver's licenses. And he gave them both back to her. I thought it was illegal to have two at the same time.
Dude, I have no idea.
I don't know.
She was hoping the guy was recognizing her and would have let her off just because. And then she got, well, here, look, you see who I've been talking to? And
yeah.
There you go.
I mean,
I'm not mad at her.
No. I had a friend in high school once, female. It's funny because she ended up marrying a police officer. But she was going from Copper's Cove to Killeen, I think heading to the mall.
Yeah.
Name is Erin. She got pulled over. Why are you speeding? Because I really have to go to the bathroom. It's bad. And he let her go.
What? He didn't want her pooping all over the seat, I guess,
She
right?
didn't have to go. That was her excuse.
But the guy doesn't know that.
No.
Look, there are ways, that you can. Some officers are, they can be negotiated with, and some can't.
Negotiated with.
Well,
You have a $100 bill clipped to your with a paper clip, your driver's license.
Not saying that.
Oh.
No. I'm just saying that you could, talk to in a friendly way, and it's like, well,
it'd just be nice.
Yeah.
But I think all of us, in reality, want an interaction with the police officer during a traffic stop to be what we saw with Diana Rossini.
Yes.
Cop was nice, friendly.
Yep.
Ran her info. It came back clean, and he let her go.
There you go. And I'm not mad at her.
I don't know that he let her go because she showed a text from Kevin O'Connell.
Well, I don't know. He seemed pretty impressed.
But I think at that point, though, hadn't he already gone back to the car and run her stuff and realized, all right, there's no history here. There's no warrants. There's no reason to write you a ticket.
Well, and then she said J.J. McCarthy sucks.
Yeah.
So, which is all true.
Exactly.
I mean,
every time Joe
what are you
gets
gonna
pulled
do?
over, yeah, that Dak Prescott, man.
Yeah, that guy sucks.
Oh, yeah, he does. Start a conversation, distract the cop, and then go on your way. Works every time.
Works every time.
Every time.
You got to tell this story, Minix, before we go away, because somebody's going to Puerto Vallarta.
Oh, dude, this is scary.
Be careful.
This is scary. Now, my niece and her husband are in Puerto Vallarta right now. And there's a story, you might have seen this late yesterday. A 28-year-old man, this is scary as hell, got attacked by a crocodile on the beach, drug out to sea, and he's no longer with us. And I'm thinking, crocodile? In Mexico. I had no idea. So I sent that story to Bree and Lucas, and last night she sends me a picture of a crocodile on the beach outside of their resort. She's like, we ain't going down there. I was like, well, at least that one's full. So, but still, I would never think crocodiles at a resort in Mexico is my fear. Swimming with sharks, like when we were in Grand Cayman and did night snorkeling, I was a little worried about sharks then because, night snorkeling is, kind of dumb.
What?
Except for what we were doing required it to be in the dark at the bioluminescent thing.
Dude, that's why I very rarely go in the water.
Well, except for when you got to pee.
Well, then you're just in there. And I guess a crocodile could attach something and pull you out to the sea.
I don't think you have much to worry about there, man. There's nothing to grab onto.
Feeling much better about my manhood after the world's smallest penis guy.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Things are good.
What does that guy do when it's cold outside?
I hope there's no shrinkage. Holy cow. That poor guy. Dude.
Less than an inch.
Props to
Less
the doctor.
than half an
Yeah,
inch.
props to that doctor.
Yeah.
We'll.
That's the story that keeps coming up, though. We can't get away from that one.
Well, I mean, when there's updates, I know you folks out there want to hear the updates. So we're just it's public service announcement.
That's what we do.
Yes, and so if the small penis guy gets a little more girth, we'll let you know if the operation was a success. In the meantime, we got to take a break. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The Morning Huddle.
Yeah, 0.78 of Bitcoin. So I'm
almost have a
0.2.
full coin. That's not
almost.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the reason he said that he doesn't give his wife the password is because he doesn't. When he dies, he doesn't want her next husband to have access. That's what I'm saying. You don't want her to think about that it's worth more.
It just
too
seems,
much.
That just seems like such a petty thing to think about. Like,
Oh, I'm petty all the way.
He's like,
man.
I'm like, aren't you worried about taking care of your wife when you die? No, I don't want that guy, whoever is the next guy, to have access to that money.
Till death do us part.
And then we part. We
That's
can
a
part
man.
as friends, but we freaking part.
Yeah. No life insurance.
That includes my money.
Diane, you're on your own.
Oh, that's funny.
Gotcha.
The Morning Huddle with AJ and Rob. Weekday mornings 6 to 10. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The Headline Blitz is brought to you by Novo Brewery, San Antonio's newest sports watching destination with over 80 feet of video walls, 60 craft beers, and hard kombucha on tap. A full bar and delicious menu. Novo Brewery is attached to North Star Mall and open late hours.
San Antonio, the world's largest soccer matchup is underway, and Novo Brewery is where you need to be for every single match. We're talking 80-plus feet of massive video walls, so you feel every goal. Full bar, craft beer on tap, impressive food lineup, picanha prime sirloin, Brazilian empanadas, stacked burgers, and more. Novo Brewery isn't just a bar, it is San Antonio soccer headquarters. It's attached to North Star Mall with late-night hours, because the world never sleeps during the global game. NovoBrew.com.
After an auto accident, you might be feeling battered and bruised, even if you are wearing a seatbelt. Well, now's the time to hire Thomas J. Henry Law to get in the ring for you. Thomas J. Henry Law. Get started at tjhlaw.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code FUTURE to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code FUTURE to borrow up to $10,000. Use code FUTURE to borrow up to $10,000.
As a fitness coach, my active psoriatic arthritis can slow me down. With Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, I'm treating my skin and joint symptoms so I can keep moving. Skyrizi, a prescription-only injection for adults, helps me move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. And for those who have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible. With Skyrizi, there's no daily dosing. It's just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement. And that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom. Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
This World Cup update on San Antonio Sports Star is brought to you by Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks is unmatched for every match. With 29-degree drafts of Michelob Ultra, handcrafted Casamigos margaritas, a scratch-made menu, and screens that put you in the front row of every game, it's all going down at the Lodge. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Westwood One Sports presents this World Soccer Update, sponsored by Sleep Number. Save on cooling comfort during Sleep Number's 4th of July sale, only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com. Norway's first ever win in the knockout stage, a 2-1 victory over Ivory Coast in Dallas. Who else but Erling Haaland scored the game winner in the 86th minute, his 5th goal of the World Cup, putting him 1 behind Lionel Messi in the race for the Golden Boot. Ivory Coast had a chance in stoppage time on a free kick, but goalkeeper Orjan Nyland made a fantastic save. It'll be Norway and Brazil in the round of 16 on Sunday. An hour from now, it'll be France and Sweden in New Jersey. Paraguay awaits the winner on Saturday in Philadelphia. France won all 3 matches in the group stage. So did Mexico. They'll host Ecuador in the nightcap in Mexico City at 9 Eastern. With this 2026 World Soccer Update, I'm Brad Heller, Westwood One Sports.
party at your place this summer? Fix things up inside and out with July 4th deals, now at Lowe's. Get up to 45% off select major appliances and save up to an additional 25% off when you bundle select major appliances. Plus, save $80 on the select Charbroil Performance Series gas grill, now $299. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 7/8 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for more details.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And right now, new mattresses start at $1,500 during our 4th of July sale. Plus, get a free base with select mattress purchases. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good life sleep.
Tomorrow morning at 6, it's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Check them out on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Won the second set, I should say.
I think
Did anybody hear that?
Well, we do now.
Yeah, I just want to give you an update. Serena Williams won her second set of her match, and so that's tied. They're going to a third set. So good for her. Making her come back after 4 years away from Wimbledon. And, well, I'm wishing her well. I hope she does well. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix. This is The Blitz.
LeBron's leaving Los Angeles.
Yes, he is.
He informed the team today. Hey, you guys go about your free agency. I'm going somewhere else.
I'm taking my talents to
fill in the blank.
Don't know who yet, but I'm taking them somewhere. Well, we've got a poll up on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Pledge says San Antonio. Would you want LeBron James to come here to San Antonio? And right now we've got 127 votes on our poll. No, 59%. Yes, 41%. You still have a lot of time to go vote there if you would like to make your voice heard and say whether or not you'd like LeBron in San Antonio.
I am curious, though. Outside of anything personal, you just don't like the guy for whatever reason. Why wouldn't you want LeBron James? If, and this was from a Sham Charania tweet, his next team isn't money motivated. So if he's not asking for $50 million or $25 million, I don't know what the number ultimately is going to be. But if the contract is reasonable and NBA terms reasonable, right? I don't see him coming for a Harrison Barnes type deal. But you know, even the Chris Paul deal, I was stunned that Chris Paul would come to San Antonio for the deal that he came to San Antonio for, knowing damn well he was giving up on any chance at winning a ring when CP3 decided to come to play for the San Antonio Spurs. But why wouldn't you want a LeBron James on this team? He's one of the greatest players to ever step on a basketball court. You can, and we can debate forever, Michael or LeBron. Is it Michael Kobe then LeBron? It doesn't matter. He's on the Mount Rushmore. He's going to the Hall of Fame as soon as he is eligible. What team? But honestly, watching him play last year and throughout his career, where he hasn't had that obvious decline, is he the best player in the league? No, he's not that anymore. But is he still one hell of a basketball player that's going to help whatever team he goes to? Yeah, so why wouldn't you want him here if financially it's not a massive burden? Like, you're not giving up a whole bunch of anything because he's a free agent, unlike the Kawhi deal. Why, of the 60% that say no, why? 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776.
Well, I'm one of those 60% that said no, and it's not because I just don't like the guy. I just don't know how he fits here. And to me, look, this team got to the NBA Finals. They need to add some pieces, role players. They've got their foundation. And so where does LeBron go? So in all seriousness, he's a starter, right? I mean, if you bring him to San Antonio, he's in the starting lineup, most likely.
Does he have to be?
Well, I guess he doesn't have to be, but I'm just saying, I mean, if he's LeBron James, and I would assume that he's going to be. So do you move Champagnie? Do you move Devin Vassell? Does he play the 4? I disagree there. I don't think so. I think this team needs to gel together with that foundation, especially if they're going to keep those guys. We obviously know Champagnie's here for the next 3 years. Devin Vassell's got 2 years left on his contract. I just don't I don't see a guy like LeBron James, although I guess you could consider him a role player at this point in time. I just don't know how he fits with this team. And while it would be fun to have LeBron here in San Antonio, the fans would love it. The Spurs would sell merchandise out the Ying, and so I mean it would be great for that part of it. But I just think it would be more of a circus than anything else, and I'm just not sure where he fits, and that would be my say in why I voted no.
I'm less worried about Julian Champagnie's or Devin Vassell's feelings. If LeBron came here, he would start. But also, I'd probably, what do you think, 55 games, 20, 25 minutes a night? There's still going to be plenty of time for those other guys to be on the court. The only ones that I'm really worried about gelling are Vic and Castle, Harper, and if he's still here, De'Aaron Fox. I just think,
where's he going to be? He's not going anywhere.
Well, I mean, if Jaylen Brown shows up,
he's not.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Anywhere.
I'm holding out hope until Shams tells me there's no more hope. But in reality, what LeBron could teach a lot of these young guys, and if at the end of his career he wants to add another ring, San Antonio or Oklahoma City are the two places in the West. Golden State would be a lot of fun if that ends up happening, and I think that ultimately is where he ends up with Curry and Draymond, and if they want to drag Anthony Davis, I mean, that would be fun to watch when they're fully healthy.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know that wins you a championship. You know, you look at the East, could he be the difference maker in Cleveland? What would he add to the New York Knicks? But I think at this point, and with LeBron's seemingly willingness to take the backseat to Luka and Austin Reeves, of all people, last year with the Lakers, then do I think he could come here and play a role, even if that role was coming off the bench? I think it's a possibility. I think Chris Paul came here because he knew he could start here, and he did. And when it appeared that he couldn't start here anymore, well, he retired. But and wouldn't a Chris Paul have been really nice to have last year? Somebody like that to help steady things when you're blowing a 29-point lead.
Yeah, we didn't have a Speedy Claxton that we could bench Tony Parker for at that point in time. And I'm going way back, obviously. Pop did that when Parker was the starter, and Speedy Claxton came in and played, did a hell of a job. And I guess we did have that Dylan Harper. But look, I just would it be nice to have him here? Sure, of course. To me, it'd be a novelty. It'd be great. It'd be all of that kind of stuff. If I'm the New York Knicks, I might be saying the same thing about LeBron. Where does he fit on this team? Cleveland is Cleveland. That's home for him, and I'm sure they'd make room for him. I'm not sure that he and James Harden could coexist, but that's their problem. At least Harden is saying, "Look, I'll wait and sign my contract until LeBron makes a decision and we come to some sort of understanding." But I'm just not sure that he fits, and I don't really want to disrupt the core of this basketball team. I want to keep them together and keep them playing the way that they did and continuing to gel and come together the way that they did. Because you look at the core of this team, and this core could be together for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't know where LeBron James fits in all of that.
One of the comments on YouTube, whatever that says, LeBron is a cancer and has been one to every team he's played on.
I'm not sure about that necessarily.
I mean, he's won a championship with every team that he's played for. Granted, he had to go back to Cleveland to get Cleveland a championship. The fact that he has spent 8 years with the Lakers, which is his longest run with any particular team consecutively. When you take the 2 stints in Cleveland, I guess that gives him 11. And, of course, his 4 years in Miami. But you think about Miami. He joined Dwayne Wade, but what do you think? 3rd practice, 5th practice? It was clear that was LeBron's team. That's not the case anymore with LeBron James. At this point in his career, at his age, I think he realizes that he still has it, but he's not what he was.
Well, think about this, though. If you're LeBron James, and I understand he took a back seat to those 2 guys in L.A. until he didn't have to take a back seat because of their injury issues. He goes to Golden State. I mean, he's one of the guys. He's there. He's in. And I mean, that team is going balls out for a championship. I just don't know that a young team and I'll throw Oklahoma City in the mix too. I'm not sure exactly where he fits in there. And he's LeBron James, so they're going to find a place. And the Spurs would find a place too. But that's it. You've got to find a place for him. And I just don't know that that doesn't fire me up enough to want him to be here. I'd rather see him somewhere else, quite frankly.
I'd rather see him somewhere else. I think it's easy to say because then we'll all have a list of accept that place and accept that place because he might be the difference maker. Could you imagine if he went to Oklahoma City? Would he be what if he went to Houston? If he goes to the East,
he would die in Houston because all good players do.
Well, that's true.
That might be the worst NBA franchise in the NBA.
I mean,
I saw some radio guys there talking about Houston and how horrible management is at this point in time. Have you heard Houston come up in anything in this offseason?
No.
Nothing. Fred VanVleet, he opted in. That's all I've heard. They're horrible.
Yeah. And Tom says if LeBron shows up in San Antonio, is Bronny following? I mean,
Bronny has earned that.
The Bronny hate. No, the beautiful thing that LeBron did. Yesterday, Bronny's contract became fully guaranteed at $2.3 million. And today, LeBron said, all right, Lakers, I'm done. Because now he could get traded, but it's no longer seemingly a package deal.
You think LeBron looked at him and said, all right, son, you're off the payroll. You got your own millions now.
I mean,
invest wisely.
Do you think LeBron charges him rent? Do you think he still lives at home?
I would. I mean, LeBron's house is probably pretty damn nice.
His guest house is probably pretty damn nice.
Yeah, so
Does he have a curfew?
Who knows, man? I would.
You're living at home. You're under my roof. It's my rules.
I would live there if Daddy would let me. I'd do it. That's for sure.
And because we know people, various times coming in and out. Trevor says, just saw the Kawhi's going to Toronto. Yeah, that's the other big news today.
That is the other big news.
LeBron quit the Lakers, and the Clippers traded Kawhi Leonard to Toronto.
Yep, and that will probably become official about 5 o'clock today. But, yeah, Shams Charania had tweeted that out a few minutes ago. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the Spurs free agency push as well. Besides LeBron James, who would you like to see join this ball club that just needs a few pieces to tweak some spots and get back to the NBA Finals? We're talking about it. We continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, you know you want to get out of jail fast, and the best way to do that is by calling my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds. 210-225-2121 is the phone number. You can text the word bail to 474747 or even start the bonding process online. Just go to mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail. And you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. They're discreet and confidential and open 24/7, offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. So if you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149, Call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
Let's be honest. Watching the Rangers is better when you got something on the line. On Rangers game days, call your shot with the Morning Huddles. Rangers Double Dinger Payday.
Play ball!
Pick the Ranger you think will send one into the seats. He hits one, you're going to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now you've just been upgraded. Tickets and a hotel stay. That's what we call getting paid. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Make your pick and win with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Hey, I'm not one to say I told you so, but do you remember last year when I told you that Pure Talk was hands down the best wireless company that I'd ever used? Well, some of you were skeptical, but Consumer Reports just asked 120,000 people to rate every wireless company in America, including the big boys. Well, guess which company was the only company to get 5 stars in every category? Yeah, Pure Talk. Coverage, support, value, data. 5 stars across the board. No service contracts, no cancellation fees, just great U.S. customer service on a crazy fast 5G network for a fraction of what you've been paying. I'm not going to say I told you so, but I will encourage you one more time to dial pound 250, say micro, and switch to a 5-star American wireless company that won't let you down. Pure Talk.
The burrito is fire.
Hi, this is Maya.
And I'm Antonio. And the little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A hash brown scrambled burrito
is that it fuels our morning.
It's the full package.
You have the chicken, you have the eggs, and then you add these hash browns for a nice little crunch.
The chicken's always nice. It's crispy, it's juicy. And the cheeses, they melt together in a beautiful way.
And it gives me energy. It's perfect.
Order the Chick-fil-A hash brown scrambled burrito and Simply Orange Juice on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
And the match is about to begin.
Most of the team is out with COVID-19, so there'll be some substitutes tonight.
What's this? We have an unexpected guest on the field.
It's a dog. Well, they could do with extra players.
She's going for the ball.
Are front paws hands or feet?
Soccer season is full of surprises, and COVID-19 could be one of them. If you test positive, prescription medications may help. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Learn more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Coming up on the Morning Huddle, free agency trades, the NBA offseason in full swing.
NBA, nobody cares about that. It's football or soccer, and all the knockouts will keep you caught up. And we'll talk some real sports, too. Hey, get here early. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Attaboy, Pledge. Now we're talking, buddy. Little Morgan Wallen for you. I think it's his first hit, wasn't it? Was that one it? That was close, I think. One of his first hits. Anyway, this is the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinigle. He's Jason Minix, and you know who Morgan Wallen is, don't you? Minix?
I've heard of him, yeah.
Yeah, yeah?
Yeah. Never seen him in person.
Didn't know
that was Morgan.
I've never seen him in person either. But he's very good. I think he was on like one of those shows with the like American Idol, or he was on. I think that's where he was kind of discovered. One of those
American Idol.
One of those, yeah. I don't know if it was that one or not, or The Voice, or one of those. But anyway, he's a big star now. Heard he's dating my girl Ella Langley.
He is?
Well, he was. Or they
Is
were.
or was?
That was the rumor.
Really?
I don't know, dude. I had no
Country
idea.
gossip here on the Blitz.
Well, yeah, we segment for that.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, you always wonder, like you see some of these musicians that are always on tour, and they're dating somebody that's in the same kind of business. They're never in the same city. Ever.
No, they're not.
Ever.
Not at all.
You know, I saw a post the other night from Bree Bagwell, who is Texas country, and whatever band her boyfriend's in, and that was kind of her post. I rarely get to see, and she was like helping with the merch stuff. Like, all right, well, great, we're in the same city, let's hang out, but I've got a show, so you sell T-shirts for me. And then load up the trailer.
Wow.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. No, it's interesting. You know, these rumors come out and they deny them. But, I mean, you know, he shows up at her concert. She shows up at his concert, and they have a little duo going on. And
yeah.
Riley Green's another one. You know who Riley Green is? Another country guy.
He's a guy. Okay,
yeah,
good.
Yeah, another country guy.
Riley Green could be a female, right?
Well, I suppose Riley could be a girl's name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
But, you know, there you go.
Yeah.
So.
Coyote on our YouTube chat, which you can get to through sasportstar.com.
He's from Alice, Texas, by the way.
Coyote is?
Yeah. That's why he goes by Coyote.
Because he's from Alice?
Yeah, and it's actually Coyote. It's not Coyote.
Well, he's Coyote ZZ.
He's Coyote ZZ.
Coyote. Says Jason and Joe, when in August will you be in Las Vegas?
Can we announce that yet?
No. Got to wait till Monday.
Till Monday.
But August 26th through the 30th. And we'll do our show at Circa Las Vegas on the 27th and 28th.
Coyote, don't tell anybody. We just told you. That's just between you and us.
Look, book your flights. I don't believe, although you could try to book the rooms and use promo code Blitz now. You can try. I don't know if it actually will be working until Monday.
Got you.
But again,
Southwest is working right now.
Well, that's it. Book your flights. And since we already have our flights, it's safe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Looking forward to heading back out to Circa. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yep.
And you know, out by the pool. And,
yeah.
What's that girl's name? Oh, Sydney. Yeah,
Sydney.
That's it. I forgot.
I thought you were talking about Vegas Vicky or something. I don't know.
Vegas Vicky. Who the hell's that?
You know when you walk into Circa, the old sign that's right there in front? Vegas Vicky.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah.
Pledge is doing that for you and me only because
that doesn't go out to the to everybody on.
No.
Oh, that's too bad.
No, because we're in studio and our equipment stopped.
Yeah. Is that the one where you got rid of your wife?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Not pretty much. That new iPhone feature where you can make things disappear is fantastic.
See,
that's a far better photo now.
You got to be careful now because your wife is back in town.
She is.
So.
Be careful. Be careful. I'm always the same.
Oh, no, it's good. Hey, we were talking about Kawhi Leonard going to Toronto. It looks like that's a done deal. Our good friend Pablo Torre, though, has a reminder.
Uh-oh.
Kawhi plus Toronto. Outgoing Raptors owner Larry Tannenbaum is the chairman of the NBA's Board of Governors.
Okay.
It will be Tannenbaum who will presumably have a voice in what, if any, sanctions are leveled against Ballmer and the Clippers. That sounds a little shady in itself, right? If you're trading for this guy and you're in charge of the sanctions,
look,
nothing's going to happen to number two.
Nothing's going to happen to number two. I mean, no more planting trees. You're going to take his green thumb away. No more aspirations.
Jeez.
I mean, It's all, again, outgoing guy. All right, deal's done. Now what is he going to do? Hammer Ballmer with extra penalties, which is a possibility and probably should happen. But at the same time, you look at all this, and I don't know.
So Kawhi, you don't think deserves any punishment? I mean, he knew he was taking money under the table. It's not like, they just put it in his bank account and he had no clue.
Do you know that?
I don't know that 100%, but
again,
I'm pretty sure that's the case.
Is as aloof as he is, if his agent says, yeah, here's what we're getting, you wonder some of these guys with the amount of money, it's almost like Steve Ballmer. You got so many different businesses and things working. It is hard for me to believe, but also you could say, well, if you're trusting all the people in place to do what they're supposed to do and they're on the up and up, are they shielding him from, you don't need to know about this? All right, cool, right? It's almost like the coach and the $100 handshake when college football was great, when all that stuff was under the table instead of just out there.
Yeah.
You knew it was happening, but if you didn't know, then you didn't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though you knew.
And I think you could control it a little bit better
back
in those days than you can now.
Sure.
So,
but will there be penalty? What are they going to do? If they void his contract, he's going to just sign a new one.
Well, I wonder, though, and something has to be done because, look, and maybe it's going on with every ball club. Who knows? Every franchise in the NBA, maybe there is a backdoor deal somehow that you're hooked up with a sponsor or whatever the case may be, and you're getting a little extra cash that doesn't count against the salary cap. It's possible, and so maybe nothing happens. But I mean, if you're Adam Silver, I think you should be a little bit concerned about this, unless you know this going on and you don't care.
Adam Silver has to care, and if they can prove, and really when Pablo Torre proves that they circumvented the salary cap, there are going to be major penalties to the organization. And maybe to Kawhi's agent, but really, what kind of punishment can you enforce on Kawhi Leonard? And if it wasn't Kawhi, what would you say about any other player? If somebody's trying to give you anything extra, are you going to honestly be mad at somebody for saying no? That's not part of the contract. If somebody offered you an endorsement deal that required very little work and a whole lot of money, you would say, where do I sign up?
Well, of course you would. But again, look, you can't convince me that Kawhi didn't know. I mean, he's not stupid.
Sure.
So I think he obviously knew what was going on and maybe even demanded that. Who knows? I mean, maybe, hey, this isn't enough. I need to get more under the table, or I need to, we need to figure something out. I don't know. We'll see where the investigation goes, and I'm not sure because you really haven't seen anything about it. Pablo Torre's got to come out with an update on all of this stuff. So, it's a lot of money that he got that did not count against the salary cap. So, if he didn't know about it, then he's a lot dumber than I thought he was.
I mean, he's just a fun guy.
Yeah.
I'm just curious where ultimately it ends up. And now that he's been traded, was that Adam Silver's backdoor way of saying, look, you got to get out of Los Angeles. We know you want to be there. Steve, if you trade him, it's all over. Because I don't think that the Clippers really wanted to get rid of him, right? Because everything they've done has been building around Kawhi Leonard.
Well,
and
all of that's true, Jason, but he's been there for what? He's been there a long time.
Yeah.
And hasn't done anything.
True. Well, I mean, no.
Nothing.
He helped Oklahoma City win a championship by forcing the Paul George trade, and they got SGA and a gazillion picks out of the deal. A couple of coaches fired. A lot of players go places with the expectation that you're going to win titles, and they don't. But you marry a player in a very strong sense of the word, and you build around that particular player. It feels like that is what they were trying to do with Kawhi Leonard for many years with the Los Angeles Clippers. And with this current contract, and if they're doing all this under the table stuff, which it looks like they are, although not proven yet, it's because they want to build around him and they think he could be the missing piece of winning a championship. So then he gets traded. Like the season didn't end last year thinking, well, that's the last year that Kawhi is going to be with the Clippers. So why all of a sudden are they trying to trade him? Well, because there's an investigation. Does the investigation go away if the player's no longer here and the contract is no longer on our books?
That's a possibility. Conspiracy theory, yes, but
there's black helicopters.
But a possibility, I suppose. We'll see. I couldn't imagine Kawhi, because he wanted to get to L.A. so bad and was there and wanting to go back to Toronto. But that's what's going to happen. So I don't know. Maybe your theory's right. I can't really poo-poo that because, who knows? It's extremely possible. Spurs are looking at a bunch of guys. We can talk about that. At 5 o'clock, so a little over an hour from now, the actual free agency period begins. And I assume we're going to have some deals that will be announced shortly thereafter. Kawhi Leonard, one of them, and some of these other things that have been agreed to already. Have the Spurs already agreed to something? Or does anything get by Shams Charania? So maybe not, but we'll wait until 5 o'clock. In the meantime, we'll tell you about some of the players that are rumored to go there when we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, injuries do happen, and when they do, you can skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday. They have on-site x-ray casting and bracing. In fact, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, but best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. So if you're injured, get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic. Learn more online at TSAOG.com.
Riding 410 with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at SASportsStar.com.
When I lost my mom, she was only 46, and I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Soccer fans, you know the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to watch any big game with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. From World Cup to baseball to all the fights, get into the Roo Pub. And when you show up at the Roo, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch the game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Party at your place this summer? Fix things up inside and out with July 4th deals, now at Lowe's. Get up to 45% off select major appliances and save up to an additional 25% off when you bundle select major appliances. Plus, save $80 on a select Charbroil Performance Series gas grill, now $299. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 7/8 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for more details.
This is Joel Frederick. From all of us at Quarterman, thank you. Through the years and through the growth of this city, you've trusted us to be there when it matters most. For plumbing repairs, air conditioning repairs, new system installs, and so much more. Now, you're going to start seeing a new Quarterman logo. It's a fresh look, but it reflects the same company we've always been. Rooted in hard work, family values, fair pricing, and caring for people the right way. Quarterman Plumbing, AC, and Heating. 210-651-5899.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the big news today, breaking this afternoon, LeBron James has informed the Lakers, move on without me, he says. He intends to play this year, but somewhere else other than L.A. Favorites, Golden State, Cleveland, Miami, and well, what about San Antonio? course, yesterday the Spurs agreed to give forward Julian Champagnie a new 3-year, $45 million deal. Also keeping forward Harrison Barnes. He's going to sign a 1-year deal, $8 million to return to SA.
Sports Center brought to you by SAPDcareers.com. The San Antonio Police Department is always hiring.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagel. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a Tuesday, NBA Free Agent Tuesday is what it is. Starts here in about 1 hour from right now. It will officially be official. We appreciate you hanging out with us on this Tuesday afternoon. Whatever you're doing, however you're doing it, this is the Blitz 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. That fella over there is Jason Minix.
In about an hour, free agency officially begins. It's like Black Friday shopping. Although
yes.
There's no specials. They're really expensive deals. So I would imagine in the next hour, you're going to hear about a lot of deals that are, quote-unquote, getting close. Because I always find it amazing that they can get done so quickly if there weren't conversations happening. But we know they are. And some of the things that we already know. LeBron will not play for the Lakers next year, but he does intend to play.
Yes.
Likely to end up with the Golden State Warriors. Kawhi has been traded to the Toronto Raptors. So the Clippers and the Raptors are able to work out that deal. And there's a handful of names. Add Tobias Harris to the list of guys rumored to San Antonio to go along with the names that we heard about yesterday. Now, with LeBron leaving, there's now a lot of people being mentioned as possible Laker types. And so we'll see ultimately with all the rumors that are out there what's going. And I will encourage you as you refresh your Twitter feeds and everything else, make sure that before you freak out when you see a tweet that it's actually the real reporter and not some fake account with 800 followers.
You mean Bismack Biyombo's not signing a 4-year, $200 million deal to stay with San Antonio?
No.
Oh, damn.
He's not, even though a fake Shams. I saw that, and I'm like, you've got to be, and I said words in the office that I can't say on the radio. But I checked. I'm like, there's no, I mean, some of them aren't believable. That's the problem. Some of them are deals that you would go, oh, man. Oh, wait, that's fake.
Yeah.
But you could actually see that happening. So you never know. You never know how that's going to work out.
Well, and some of those, they look so real that you have to pay attention, and you get excited about seeing something, and you say something or retweet it or whatever you're doing and, before you can realize that it is fake. And so you guys are very good, all these fakes and stuff. Props to you, but stop it.
Stop it.
Yeah, I mean, in all seriousness, what kind of jollies does somebody get out of doing that? And so like, see, I got Reinagel.
Yep.
I got a hook, line, and sinker.
Yep. Hey, real quick, we've got some breaking news involving Brendan Sorsby. He has just released a statement. Looks like he went to his iPhone notes section. And he will not be pursuing further legal action or opportunities to play this season. He's going to focus on his recovery and prepare for the 2027 draft. He writes, quote, "There has been a lot of news about me out there, and I want to share this statement to make sure things are clear. I accept 100% responsibility for my actions. I did not have control of my gambling problem, and it took getting caught for me to realize that, but it was truly the best thing that could have happened to me. Because of this, I've been able to get the help I need and fully focus on my recovery." And then he goes on about the draft. So step one from the commissioner, take accountability and responsibility for your actions. He's doing that with this statement.
And I think that's a smart statement. And whether it was him that came up with that or an attorney or a parent or whatever, it's smart. Go away for a year and just go away. Clean yourself up, get the help that you need, and then come back. And I think that's the best way to do it. If you continue this legal battle, it can only end poorly, I think, for you. Go away for a while, and you'll be okay. And I think that's a wise move, without a doubt.
And again, he's not going to try to sue anybody for the privilege of playing in the NFL. So we'll see from there. Also, as we think about LeBron heading to Golden State with an Anthony Davis trade, Mark Spears just tweeted out the Wizards are not interested in trading Anthony Davis and are not listening to trade offers for him. Another NBA exec said Wizards GM Will Dawkins is a huge fan of Anthony Davis. So if AD doesn't get traded, does that keep LeBron from wanting to go join Steph Curry and the crew there with the Warriors?
That's going to be interesting to see if that's the case or not. But, look, Washington can say that all they want to, and if Golden State has something that they can give them that Washington wants, they may do that. I've also got another update, and it's a sad one. Serena Williams falls to Maya Joint in 3 sets on day 2. So her Wimbledon experience is over right when it began. So that's too bad for her. I was really hoping she would have some success.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's the fact that she came back and was trying, and you want to see those superstars the way you remember them,
yes.
and it doesn't always work out that way. Kind of reminds me of, what you thought you were looking at 8 or 9 o'clock in the bar, and then when things are closing, what's actually there.
Yes.
Which reminds me of a caller that we had not that long ago that is actually turned into a T-shirt. Lisa Gillespie said, "Which MILF am I going for next?"
Which MILF? Lisa, I think Pledge's a little too old. I mean, if you're talking about MILFs, you'd have to.
Well, Pledge is 45?
Like grandma. Right? Gilf.
Oh. Well, they, never mind.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's now on Twitter, at Jason Minix. We'll see if Pledge retweets it from the Sports Star account because Joe and I don't have access to that.
No. I don't think there
I'm
were
glad.
many MILFs there.
At the Roo?
No, it's more.
No, they're at the Angry Elephant.
Yeah.
210-656-ESPN.
I guess, yeah,
656-3776. Andrew, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man?
Hey, guys. Appreciate you taking my call. Love the show. I got to agree with Jason. It was my first time at the Roo Pub. Man, I have never been in an environment like that in such a long time. It was amazing. Jason, you were spot on. The MILFs, they were at the bar next door. So I'm going to agree with you on that one there, buddy.
So, obviously talking about one of the Spurs playoff games and James Pledger's dating efforts. So, MILFs, GILFs at the Angry Elephant, Chip Ingram over there at the Ingram Bar Group has created T-shirts. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to show this T-shirt.
Yeah.
It looks fantastic. Then we'll take pictures and put it on social media. But this is now a T-shirt for the Angry Elephant. And it's pretty spectacular.
I think it is too. If you can't see it or you're not watching on YouTube, it says "Come for the MILFs, leave with a GILF," and it's got the Angry Elephant poster on it. But they've got a lot of great T-shirts down there.
Oh, they do.
The Angry Elephant now celebrating the 250th birthday of the good old U.S. of A. They've got some T-shirts there that are really nice. This is the one for the Angry Elephant, obviously, and then one of their newest. The Roo Pub Rockport. Love this T-shirt. Check this out. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see it. I love the logo there. It's got the Roo Pub character, the kangaroo.
The kangaroo?
Yeah, on a surfboard.
Well, of course, it's the Rockport one.
Well, yeah, it's the but he's like dressed as Uncle Sam there, and 4th of July 2026. So very cool.
Yeah,
very
so
cool.
if you're heading to the coast this weekend, make sure you go by Roo Pub at Rockport. Also, they've got a big fishing tournament coming up July 11th. So get your team, 3-person team, for their fishing tournament coming up. We hear golf tournaments all the time around here. Roo Pub Rockport fishing tournament. And I don't know if I'm allowed to say this yet, but the third location will be announced soon for the Roo Pub.
Another Roo Pub?
Yes.
Now, will that be around here or somewhere else?
It will be in the greater San Antonio area.
Okay, cool.
Within our 94.1 listening audience.
See, I guess because of my age, I kind of it's nothing wrong with the Roo Pub. I like the Roo Pub, but I'm kind of an angry elephant guy.
Well, because you like the GILFs.
Well, I'm just saying, I mean,
you are.
one.
No, you're not a grandma.
No, but I'm a grandpa. You'd like to.
I don't know that it's.
I'm telling you. I'm just saying.
No, MILF and GILF has never been man or grandpa.
I can do whatever I want to do.
No.
I got this microphone. Grandpa, I'd like to.
It is 2026. If you want to be with a grandpa, I guess you can go for it.
Hey, there's some people that like that. They got daddy issues. I don't know. Well, that's daddy.
No.
I love you, Maggie, honey, if you're listening.
Mm-hmm. And she is a grandma.
She is. She is. And yeah.
Careful.
She's a GILF.
Uh-huh.
For sure.
Can you say that about your wife?
Well, I think so, because
Yes.
Personally, yes.
You sure?
I don't think that's is that disrespectful?
I think when you're talking about your wife, yeah. You're supposed to say you're making love to your wife.
Oh.
If you're going home with
really?
some chick from the bar, that's where you're I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I mean,
without getting too
yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Well, it depends on how good the night at the bar was. Sometimes it is.
I'm just saying. I mean, sometimes, you want to get a little wild and crazy. You
like hotel sex.
Yeah, use the F word, and it's like,
woo.
Oh,
yeah. She does what?
Not that
the
she
hell
does
is that?
Yeah, swinging on chandeliers and stuff, I mean.
Really? And you
Unplug
talk
it,
about
baby.
Phil
Yes.
Mickelson being a freak.
Dude, I had my time.
Poor Maggie.
No longer.
Another reason to say poor Maggie.
No, she's all right. She's fine.
You sure?
It's a fighter. Lord. Oh, my goodness. But nice T-shirts nonetheless.
Yeah. Swing by and get your MILF GILF T-shirt over there at the Angry Elephant.
No, those are pretty cool.
Or your America 250. Those are really cool shirts.
Yeah, and then go if you're down in the Rockport area, even if you're headed to Port Aransas, you can take a little detour, and you got to check out the Roo Pub Rockport.
Well, and if you're following Ingram Bar Group on social media, Gracie the Giraffe and their kangaroo, they've got something going on.
They do?
Well, AI is wonderful.
You blame them?
Well, it's a
I've
giraffe.
I've heard
that
about
kangaroo
those kangaroos.
Taking GILF to a whole nother level.
I'm telling you.
Oh, Gracie.
Gracie didn't know what hit her.
That's what she said.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. So, great T-shirts. That's awesome. What are we talking about? World Cup. You want to talk about that? Dude, yesterday may have been the best day of the World Cup. In all honesty, just games-wise.
Because all the games went to penalty kicks?
Every single one of them.
Exciting.
It's kind of like going to overtime, right? I mean, isn't it?
Well, no, it's after overtime, and they still got to find a winner.
That's what I'm saying. So it's
what?
exciting.
Yeah, it was dramatic.
Very dramatic. Let's talk about it when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Before we go, though, let me tell you about Kinetico Quality Water Softeners. Love mine. You know this if you listen to this program. I love to brag on it because there's a certain things that you put in your house, and you just know you did the right thing. And that's how I feel about this Kinetico Quality Water Softener. It is just outstanding. Everything that it says it does, and then some. It is an incredible product, and with the hard water we have here in San Antonio, in South Texas, you need a good quality water softener. Kinetico is the brand you need to go with. And let me tell you something, the bonus that they give you, if you will, the free reverse osmosis drinking station that they'll install right there at your kitchen sink. And by the way, if I haven't mentioned this, they've got all kinds of different designs. So you can pick something that goes with your faucet and everything else in your kitchen. It'll blend right in. And the beauty of it is you will never have to buy bottled water again. Not for your house, you won't, because you've got it right there at your kitchen sink. Yeah, I hated lugging that stuff in from the grocery store and dealing with the waste, the plastic bottles that are all over the place. Look, with this free reverse osmosis drinking station, you don't have to do that anymore because you've got bottled water right there at your kitchen sink. And they've still got free money that they're handing out here, 0% interest for 12 months. That is an incredible deal. Stop putting this off and get it done. All you have to do is call them. They'll take care of the rest. 656-PURE, 656-7873, or you can get them online at KineticoSA.com. And you know the jingle. Sing it with me. It's the last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE. Kinetico.
Auto accidents can be physically painful and emotionally traumatizing. From damage to you and your car, screeching brakes, the sound of the crash, and slamming into an airbag. So the last thing you need is a bunch of hot air from insurance companies refusing to pay their fair share. That's why you need Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. With over $1 billion won for clients in the past 4 years, it's your turn to make the insurance companies listen. Get your case going today at tjhlaw.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Missions fans, get ready for AARP $2 Tuesdays at Wolf Stadium, presented by San Antonio Sports Star. Enjoy $2 tickets, beer, hot dogs, and more at every Tuesday home game. First pitch at 7:05. Don't miss out. Get your tickets now at samissions.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's finally here, and we're kicking it off with a whole lot of free. Free brake pads with Duralast rotors. Free oil filter with 5 quarts of oil. Free Armor All wipes with Armor All glass cleaner, and more. More free, so you can have more summer. Celebrate free at AutoZone. Now through July 27th. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Got a buddy who thinks he knows baseball? Perfect. On Rangers game days, prove it with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger you think will launch it out of here. He hits one, you and a friend are headed to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now, you've got tickets and hotel. Yeah, you're making a night of it, and your buddy's buying the first round. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Call your shot and win the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Well, another big day of World Cup soccer. Was it Norway won earlier today over the Ivory Coast, 2-1. It was another thriller that came down to a free kick from Ivory Coast and a nice block by the Norway goalkeeper. They won it 2-1, so they'll move on. Ivory Coast is all done. Right now, France and Sweden are in the 15th minute, so just underway. Well, they've played 15 minutes, so this ought to be a pretty good match right here, Minix.
You know, at this stage, I think we're going to see a lot of really good matches. And I watched more soccer last night than I thought I would, right? And we finished the show yesterday, and that game was going to extra time.
Yeah.
I didn't see it because I was driving home, but apparently Germany scored a goal, and they did the review thing, and they disallowed it. And then the game went to penalty kicks. I was home in time to watch the penalty kicks. Now, penalty kicks look easy. And quite honestly, I'm sure there is a lot of film study. They're educated guesses, but it feels like the goalie is just guessing. He's diving one way and hope the ball hits him.
That's it.
Right? But these guys were missing these penalty kicks left and right. And you realize the pressure that they are under because you and the goalie, one guy, goalie jumped one way and he missed everything. And the only thing I could think about does that compare to tie game, or you're down one, NBA Finals, and you airball the free throw with 0.1 second left, right? You can either tie the game or win the game, but you airballed it. I understand a little bit more about if you kick it over, because you're trying to kick it over the goaltender, and if you just get under it, you're going to sky it. But that dude missed it to the left by a mile.
Wow. You know, and it is. It's weird because as a goaltender, you've got to anticipate where you think that dude's going, and then the guy kicking's got to execute, and all of those things have to work together, and sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. The goalkeeper from Norway, I think, saved the game for Norway today, blocking a shot from Ivory Coast. And so these guys they're really good at what they do, and I'm sure they watch film and do whatever they have to do or try to be educated about where one guy's going to go and where one guy's not. Well, we got France and Sweden here. Mexico actually plays tonight. I can't remember who they play, but and they've got like home field advantage because they're in Mexico.
Well, they're a host country. Although it was funny because didn't Canada play in L.A. the other day? It's Mexico and Ecuador tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, earlier today, have you seen the Norway types, Norwegians? They do this
Vikings.
rowing celebration with the drums. Now, is this something that we're going to start seeing the Spurs Jackals do?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, because the Norwegian Vikings, and we know what the Vikings do, and let's face it, that whole drum thing, whether it was intentionally stolen from the Vikings or not, looks like it was stolen from the Vikings. But this whole rowing thing looks pretty fun. You get the whole stadium doing it. Apparently, anywhere the Norwegians are playing, they start rowing in whatever bar they're in, all that kind of stuff.
Well, I saw a bunch of police officers doing it, and I think they've got a lot of, some Americans now that are getting together as groups and doing this whole rowing thing. And I think that's kind of cool, and that's been the beauty of having this here. Number one, to get the Europeans realizing that America's not a bad place at all. In fact, it's a pretty good place, at least according to most of them. And having Americans learn some of the traditions and some of the stuff that the Europeans do. And so it's been kind of cool. And this, so far so good. This thing has just all gone off without a hitch, and I think it's been successful. I think it's been an exciting World Cup for the most part. I think you're right. Every match from here on out is going to be just tight, and it has been a lot of fun. And for a guy that doesn't watch a lot of soccer, and I know you don't, I don't either, it has been kind of fun to watch this stuff and kind of get acquainted with the game.
Dude, the crowds are all incredible. It looks great on TV. The championship game, and I know I'm biased, New York is going to have the final game, not Dallas, even though Dallas has more games than everybody else. But when you watch and see the games at the MetLife, or whatever we have to call it for the World Cup, New York Stadium that's in New Jersey, the Dallas Stadium looks so much better. Jerry World just looks so much better. The Houston Stadium looks so much better. But watching Norway earlier, playing in Dallas, and then seeing that place rocking with this rowing thing, I am really surprised now that stadium didn't get the championship. I understand them wanting to go to New York or maybe even L.A. because the games in L.A. look so good. But the stadium issues that they're having in New York versus everywhere else seem to be, I know it's, I guess, too late to change it, but that part is a little bit disappointing.
Yeah, it is a little bit disappointing. But I think the United States has a shot. Why not? When you see all these upsets, and again, I'm taking Bosnia and Herzegovina for granted here. They're big favorites over them tomorrow night. Look, I think France is going to be a tough one. I think Argentina will be tough. And so there's a lot to get through, but, I mean, why not? How cool would that be on the 250th birthday of the United States for the men's soccer team to actually win this thing?
Dude, that would be incredible. It would be storybook. I wouldn't bet $1 on that happening, though. Now, do I think they can beat Bosnia tomorrow night? Yes. But I don't even know how to bet this.
You bet it like baseball.
Well, over under 2.5.
Right.
Do you think there's going to be 3 goals scored in this game?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. But the United States is like a 175 favorite, aren't they, or something like that?
Minus 255.
Oh, 255. So
Odds
they're
by-
huge favorite.
Yeah.
So in other words, you got to put up $255 to win 100.
Yeah.
If you bet the United States.
Now, and I think I know the answer to this, but I'm asking, and I'm sure we'll have Katie Goodman on tomorrow or Thursday or hell, maybe both. When you're looking at the over-under,
yeah,
how do they account for penalty kicks?
I think it's just the final score. Now,
how do you account when you're looking at over-under? I do not know how to bet soccer. I'm asking a legit question that I imagine a lot of people out there are wondering the same thing. How do you count penalty kicks? Is it just ultimately one goal at the end, so the final score becomes 2-1, or is it 1-1 and so-and-so advances on PKs?
Well, that would be my
that would be my assumption. But
right?
I don't know the answer to that. I'm not afraid to ask a dumb question.
Well, that's not a dumb question because I don't know either. I have actually bet on two totals. Lost one. They've both been in the United States.
Yep.
It was 2.5, and the United States won the first game 2-0. Second game was against Turkey A. And I bet the over on that. It was 3 actually in that one, and it ended up going over. So I'm 1-1 for betting totals in the World Cup. So I don't know, but it's never come down to that. So I didn't have to ask that question.
Well, because in the previous round you didn't get this option, and so I don't know how to factor in the penalty kicks. But I know every game tomorrow. England against the Congo, Belgium against Senegal, the U.S. against Bosnia. Everybody's line is 2.5.
According to our good friend AI. In standard soccer betting, over-under totals are strictly based on the score at the end of the 90-minute regulation plus any stoppage time. Goals scored during penalty kick shootouts do not count towards your over-under wager.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
There you go. Okay. So if it's 1-1 after regulation, you bet the over 2.5, you lose. Does that clear that up for you?
Yep.
Way to find that, Pledge. I was just looking at it here too, but that's interesting. It's 'cause I didn't know the answer to that either. So, all right. Well, now you know. So what's the over and under for U.S.?
2.5. Every game tomorrow is 2.5.
2.5.
2.5.
You know, it seems like 3 goals is not that difficult.
Mexico, Ecuador is 1.5.
1.5.
That game tonight in Mexico City.
Well, you know, what's funny because I don't think Mexico has scored much more than 1 in any of their games. Somebody can correct me because I don't know that for a fact.
Well, what is much more than 1? 2?
1. I mean, I know they won one game 1-0. And I don't know how they won their other one, but I do remember that. So, I don't know.
And I don't know if these are just like if you look at Thursday's game, every one is at 2.5. Spain and Austria, Portugal against Croatia, Switzerland against Algeria. Let's see Friday. All right, Australia and Egypt. The over/under is 1.5. The other 2 games are 2.5. Argentina minus 575 against Cape Verde.
So Joe,
but it's only 2.5.
Okay.
Mexico won their first game 2-0 against South Africa. They beat South Korea 1-0, and they beat Czechia 3-0.
All right, so they've scored more than 1.
Well, but not much more than 1. So
but they're
you were
not
accurate.
Allowing anything. So that's they must be pretty good defensively.
Yeah.
You mentioned South Korea, Minix, and the president of South Korea is not too happy with the soccer team.
I mean, they're out, and now, and I'm not going to try to name names. The president of South Korea,
come on,
wants an investigation into the soccer program on why they did so poorly when they're using, taxpayer money to go over there and embarrass themselves the way they did. He wants the coach fired or to resign.
What do you investigate? I mean, in all sincerity, I'm not sure what you're investigating. The way they put the team together. Maybe there were the better players that they could have gotten that they didn't choose. I'm not sure what they are investigating.
I mean, he wants accountability. He wants to know the South Korean president Lee J. is calling for an investigation into the country's poor World Cup showing, according to NBC News, and ensuing resignation of the coach, whose name I'm not going to say, said he was utterly baffled, I'm assuming that's translated, by the showing and questioned why the coach was actually hired as the coach. Lee said the amount of taxpayer funds used for the squad's participation demands deep review. He called for the Ministry of Culture, Sports, and Tourism to investigate and said the government should reform the country's sports administration. Again, translated quote, given that significant national taxpayer funds and state support resources are invested even in World Cup participation, I ask the Ministry of Culture, Sports, and Tourism thoroughly investigate the precise circumstance of this incident, analyze its causes, and develop thorough measures for preventing recurrence and improvement. We will swiftly push forward and reform to sports administration to ensure such a thing never happens again.
Wow. Well, and what was the country that they made them fly commercial?
Honduras? Wasn't it Honduras?
Something like
Everybody
that.
gets a middle seat on your way back because you guys sucked.
Dude, I'm telling you.
We had a charter flight for you with meals and everything, but no.
These countries take it seriously, and I feel bad for some of these soccer players because, Turkey A, if they wouldn't have won that game the other day against the United States, I don't know what would have happened to those guys. They had to ride camels back to Egypt. Or Turkey. Hey.
Camels, huh? I'm going to ride a camel here in a couple weeks out at Retama Park.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I volunteered for that.
Really?
Well, they sent an email. Said, sure, I'll do that.
Are you going to race?
If they let me.
So it's a race with camels.
Well, the camels are going to race. I think I'm going to ride a camel, but if it takes off running, I will be racing on a camel.
Well, that's pretty cool. I want to know if is it one hump or two?
I don't know. I don't know.
One hump could be pretty uncomfortable, I would think. Yeah, if you get a couple of humps, you can go right in the middle of them.
Depends on where they put the saddle. They do put a saddle on that thing,
do.
right?
I don't know.
I don't know. You ever ridden a camel before?
No. I think you just have to wedge yourself in between the humps.
I just hope there's a ladder or something so I don't have to try to climb up on
Dude, you need an elevator.
Camel. Oh, I might. I mean, whatever.
One of those lifts.
Jason's going to have to mount the humps.
No, the camel lays down. Have you never seen that? It lays down, and you get on top, and then it stands up.
What movie did you see that in?
Indiana Jones.
I mean, because I know there's some places where if you've done a camel ride, there's like a platform, and you just kind of hop on, like you're getting on a ride at Six Flags.
I think.
Except for this will be at Retama Park.
I think the camel lays down so you can get on, and then it raises back up.
Even then, I don't know if I'm going to be tall enough to get on the camel without a ladder.
Well, maybe somebody will pick you up.
It's possible. I signed Pledger up to ride the ostrich.
Oh, wow.
They got ostrich races, too.
Wow.
He met the weight requirement.
Oh. So
you're too fat for any of it. Yeah, no, you are. You can't ride a camel and/or an ostrich.
I'm too fat for a camel?
You are.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Joe's a big boy.
Damn.
That's why I didn't ask you if you wanted to do it, because they told me what the weight minimum was.
What is it?
180.
Yeah, I'm over that.
I know.
Yeah.
I had to carry you out of Nobu once. I know.
I'm in much better shape than I was that trip to Nobu, but still, I'm over that.
When you say shape, are you talking about sobriety? Yes.
No, I'm talking about body shape. I'm just saying.
You're still well over 180.
I am well over 180.
Yeah.
About 215.
Yeah.
Is what I weigh.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm cool with.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I don't ever want to be skinny again. I did that. I got down to 175, and people thought I was sick.
We all did.
Yeah.
Well, you kind of were.
No, I wasn't. I was just losing a bunch of weight. Couldn't stop it.
No, you were sick. I mean, I'm like, what are you doing, man? Eating chicken every night? Why?
Chicken and rice.
Yeah.
And some kind of green.
Yeah, it's
something
awful.
or other.
Awful, like I said.
Dude, I'm telling you, it was a great deal because once the weight started coming off, you couldn't stop it.
Yeah.
It was just, and then when I decided that was enough and I started eating, it took a while to get back up there, but I've managed.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a hell of a lot more fun.
It's easier to gain weight when you're married, right? Yeah.
Well, it's a lot more fun gaining weight than it is losing it. That's what I'm saying. Look at David Macias. You know, David, your Cubs are looking up at the Cardinals' butt.
Squirrel, what are you talking about?
David Macias on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page says, hey, Joe, beer bet on Cubs Cardinals this weekend. You're in, buddy. I'm in. The Cubs suck this year. I mean, quite frankly.
And your Cardinals?
Well, they suck every year. The Cubs, not the Cardinals.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I get a little personal with that, Minix. You know what I mean?
Squirrel.
Get a little personal, buddy. That's all.
If we keeping a buck right now, we ass.
Speaking of baseball, we've got some River Monsters baseball tickets to give away.
We ought to give those away, don't you think?
Well, I think we should. The River Monsters in the TCIL have a chance to win the first half championship. Great wood bat league. They play their home games over at Incarnate Word. And we got a family 4-pack we can give away right now. What are the standings there for your Cardinals?
Actually, the Cardinals are looking up the Cubs' butt at the moment. I misspoke. Sorry, David.
Come on, Diana Rossini. Why let facts get in the way of a good story?
Exactly.
How many games back are they?
2.
Only 2.
Only 2.
From
the Cubs.
how
7.5 behind the Brewers.
All right, caller 8, you win some River Monsters tickets.
656-3776, 656-ESPN. What did we say? Caller number 8?
Yes.
You're going to win some River Monster tickets. Good luck.
We can't do 7.5.
Why not? 8's good. 8's good. Oh, my goodness. And we don't have an early release today either, do we? Wow.
No.
I got
son of a.
Push on, Joe. Push on.
You can make it.
We'll return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Hey, we've been talking about the World Cup, and there is no better place to check out all the action, whether it's Mexico tonight, the United States tomorrow night, whatever team you're rooting for, or if you're rooting for all of them, no better place to watch than Novo Brewery. It is, it's soccer headquarters. It is. The crowds there have been fantastic. They have a lot of fun. There's TVs all over the place, and it just is the place to go when you're talking about the World Cup. It certainly is. Now, let me tell you where Novo Brewery is. It's in North Star Mall or attached to North Star Mall, whatever you choose. You can get there from the mall, from inside the mall. They've got an entrance, or they've got their own entrance outside the Rector Street entrance to North Star Mall. And they're open late hours. They're not married to the mall hours, which makes it perfect for going and watching World Cup action without a doubt. Look, they've got screens all over the place. They've got a full bar, any kind of cocktail you want. They've got 60 craft beers. They've got domestic beer on tap as well. And the food is absolutely fantastic. It is great. Picanha skewers, you got to try those when you go to Novo Brewery. That's my go-to. That's my favorite. But they've got everything. They've got burgers. They've got sandwiches. They've got wings, all the way up to ribeye steaks. So go hungry. You're gonna thank me. I promise you, because the food is absolutely fantastic. If you've been there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They can accommodate big groups too. If you've got a big group of soccer watchers, friends, family, whatever the case may be, Novo Brewery can take care of you. You want to check them out before you go? Easy to do. Go to novobrew.com. That's N-O-V-O brew.com.
When snack time calls, Pork Rinds answers. Be your own crunch time hero with Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Skip the chip and go straight for the ultimate crunch that's low carb, high protein, and loaded with bold flavor. We're talking sweet barbecue or hot honey. Yeah, it's that good. Snack smarter, crunch harder. Stock up on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at H-E-B or head to porkrinds.com. Make Southern Recipe your crunch time hero.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. To have payment plans, call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Did you know America is turning 250 this year?
That's 250 candles on a cake.
And Mr. W Fireworks has the biggest selection to celebrate in style.
We're talking rockets, sparklers, fountains. So many fireworks.
And the prices?
The lowest anywhere, guaranteed.
No hidden fees, no price hikes, just real savings. Our family has been helping you celebrate since 1963.
So we know how to do birthdays right.
Find a location at MrWFireworks.com.
Mr. W Fireworks.
In a world parched for excitement, Twisted Tea's your refreshing thrill ride of flavor. The hard iced tea that's smooth, made with real brewed tea and 5% alcohol. Twisted Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Vehicle safety starts underneath. That's why the pros choose Napa for undercar solutions that stop safety issues before they become costly problems. Go further with complete repairs that restore stopping, steering, and stability. Then grow your business through trust and repeat visits. With premium rotors, pads, struts, and wheel hub assemblies, Napa has everything you need to keep undercar under control. That's Napa know-how.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Coming up on the Morning Huddle, free agency trades, the NBA offseason in full swing.
NBA, nobody cares about that. It's football or soccer, and all the knockouts will keep you caught up. And we'll talk some real sports, too. Hey, get here early. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, don't forget, if you go to our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, we do have a poll up there today, as usual. Simple question, would you want LeBron James in San Antonio? It's an outlier, but there have been some reports that it might be a good place for him to come. Right now, 59% of you say no, 41% of you say yes. Appreciate everybody that's voted, but if you haven't voted, get over there, like and subscribe to our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. We would appreciate that very much. Get out there and vote. Make your voice heard. This is The Blitz. I'm Joe. He's Jason.
And obviously, it's a legit question since LeBron informed the Lakers today that he's going to play next year, but not for them, that they can go ahead and go about their plans. And, you know, it was one of the shows I was watching last night when debating on what was going to happen. Were the Lakers going to tell him, no, you're not welcome back, or was he going to tell them? Who was going to break up with who first is how it was couched. Now, Ramona Shelbourne has a report today from ESPN that last year, in a meeting with Luka, the Lakers had in laying out the future, LeBron was not a part of the future plans. So the Lakers have a lovely tweet today thanking LeBron for his 8 years and 1 championship there in L.A. But it was clear the divorce was going to happen. It was who's going to get the, credit for I broke up with you as opposed to you breaking up with me. Whatever. I don't know if the Lakers really give a damn. They just felt like they wanted to move on from LeBron James. And the way he's played, and the way he played last year, where he ends up is going to be interesting. And San Antonio is a possible destination. as is Oklahoma City. Not likely, but it is possible. The Warriors seem to be the number one spot, but that included a trade with Anthony Davis going from Washington to Golden State. But Mark Spears is reporting that the Wizards aren't even listening to trade offers, that they have no interest in trading Anthony Davis to the Warriors or anybody else.
Well, it's interesting, and if LeBron is doing that and making that a condition to go into Golden State, I think that's foolish. Because look, I don't know that he's got a lot of teams that are going to be interested in him. I mean, in all honesty, the three teams that I've heard, besides the outliers, which you mentioned, San Antonio and Oklahoma City, Miami, Golden State, and Cleveland. Mm-hmm. And so if you're already wiping out Golden State because Anthony Davis is not going to come there, well, you want to play this year, you may be playing for pennies, my friend.
Well, and according to Shams, pennies are okay. The decision is not going to be driven by money. It's happiness that he is looking for.
Well, happiness. He'd be happy in San Francisco, wouldn't he?
I mean, the guy's he's got money. But it does open up an opportunity to include San Antonio in the conversation. If you know you're not going to have to pay this guy $50 million or $30 million a year. The question is how low of a number can you actually offer? And if you're Brian Wright, you better be on the phone talking to his agent to see what the real possibilities are, because that's the one thing on the poll. Outside of personal reasons, you just don't like the guy. If you're voting no, why? Because from a basketball standpoint, you could certainly see where he would add to this team. Now, what his role would he want to be a guaranteed starter for, I would say, 82 games, but the games that he's going to be available for, we know he doesn't play in back-to-backs at this point in his career. But if you could get 50 games, 55 games from him, and then you get into the playoffs and what playoff minutes he could offer you, his basketball IQ being what it is, the level of play that he was playing at the end of last year, I think every team would want a LeBron James and what he brings at the right price, not to mention the amount of money that you would be able to make, because at some point this is likely his last team. So the farewell tour, the merchandise, all of that, from a business standpoint for a team to sign him, and for whatever city, our wonderful mayor, the attraction that it would be. How many more national TV games would the Spurs get if LeBron James was a part of them?
Well, all of that is true, and all of that to be taken into consideration. But whose minutes does he take? Well, which player on the Spurs right now is he taking minutes from?
Champagnie?
Julian Champagnie. Okay, well, we just signed Champagnie to a $45 million deal.
Okay.
He's probably the best shooter on the team as we sit here right now before they add anything. LeBron is not that great of a shooter. So you're going to take the best three-point shooter off the floor for LeBron James. I don't know that I'm okay with that. You take Devin Vassell off the floor? Well, Devin Vassell's a hell of a lot better defensive player than LeBron James, so I'd rather have Devin Vassell on the floor. Do you put LeBron at the 4 spot? Maybe. Power forward, do you put him there? Does he help protect Wemby? I'm not sure that he does that. So my point being is I'm not sure where he fits in on this team. Other than just being LeBron James and one of the greatest players of all time in the NBA, I'm just not sure where he fits in on this ball club.
For the last several years, his time with the Lakers, he's averaged over 33 minutes a game in every year. And I don't know that he would get 30 minutes a game in San Antonio. Last year, he averaged 21 points a game. Shot 31.7% from 3. The year before that, 37.6. The year before that, he was at 41% from 3. The year before that, 32. But he's generally, I'd say, 34, 35% if you were to average it up over the last several years.
Last year, he didn't shoot well at all.
No, 51% from the field and 31.7 from 3. But 20 points and 6 rebounds a game. 1.2 steals.
But keep in mind, Jason, he didn't have Luka for a lot of that, and he didn't have Austin Reeves either. He had to be the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he had to
especially late in the playoffs, especially, yeah.
And this team, he doesn't have to be the guy. So those numbers
would come down.
Absolutely, they would come down. I just don't know where he fits, and that's why I say no. I'm just not sure where he fits. Whose minutes is he going to take? Now, look, the education that he could give some of these young players, absolutely. Would that be worth it? Okay, yeah, you could convince me there. But I just don't know if he wants to come in as a I don't know, more of a coach than anything else. Okay, but I just don't see I don't see where he fits on this particular team, a team that obviously is gelled together, and then you bring a guy like that in and. I just think it offsets something. It just doesn't feel right to me.
And again, veteran guy that the Spurs are looking for. And again, I don't think it's going to happen. I give it a very small percentage chance, but I could see it happening. And I think any team, if you were to add a LeBron James, you figure out how to make it work, especially if you're reducing minutes and really hoping that he's healthy and full gas tank when the playoffs roll around. I don't know. Before we go to the phones, France has scored on Sweden. It's 1-0. Stoppage time in the first half. So the first half, at any moment, they'll go to the locker room and have their orange slices.
It was Mbappe, by the way, who scored the goal for France. So,
yeah,
as you might expect, he's pretty good.
He's not bad.
He's not bad.
You figure out a way to use that guy if he's on your team.
He's got a future.
I mean, not with the Spurs, but, yeah, he's pretty good. Hey, Daniel, you're on the Blitz. What's going on, man?
Hey, I wanted to kind of talk about LeBron, and I know he's not what he was, but I think he could give the Spurs just a little bit of that piece they were missing. So that's what I'm talking about.
What and what do you mean by that? In all honesty, what would he give the Spurs that they didn't have? Is he going to be your closer?
I think he could be the closer in some points. I think that just the experience factor and just showing the guys just that extra piece that they were missing. And I think that I have never really been somebody who thinks he's the GOAT. Jordan, I saw too many Jordan games and he was a killer. But I think he could argue winning some extra championships here with the Spurs. That might put him over the top, and I think that means a lot to him.
And that's a big part of it, too.
Thanks, Daniel.
I still look at, if you want to chime in, 210-656-3776. There is nothing wrong with somebody that has multiple rings chasing a ring at the end of their career.
Not at all.
So, I know, well, there are some people that when you say ring chaser, they think that's somebody that never won a ring. And they're trying to get one before it's all said and done.
What does LeBron have? 3, 4?
Four? Yeah. But at the same time, if he truly is trying to win a championship, then Golden State isn't the answer. That's going to be a fun watch. But do you really think a collection of those all-stars could go through the gauntlet of an 82-game regular season and then a postseason run? They'd be the smartest team out there. They'd be the oldest and the slowest, probably. But honestly, I don't know that what they're trying to do to salvage the end of Steph Curry's career at Golden State, impressive, but I don't know why they aren't trying to find younger talent that they could put around Steph Curry as opposed to old great talent that everybody knows they're good, but they're no longer great.
Well, maybe that's because Steph Curry is about to call it a day. He's 37, if I'm not mistaken, so he's getting on up there as well. Steve Kerr signed a 2-year deal, so that could be his last contract with Golden State. And I would assume that they've always wanted to play together.
Yep.
And that's the report. Curry and LeBron have always wanted to. They did in the Olympics, but they've always wanted to be teammates. There's an opportunity for them to do that. I understand exactly what you're saying. To me, the Spurs team has their foundation, and I want a role player. And is LeBron that guy? Perhaps. And maybe he would be. And again, the education he would give these guys, and I wouldn't be mad at it If he came here, obviously I'd root like hell for him.
Yep.
But I just don't think he fits with this particular team and the way that they're trying to put this thing together and build this team with the young players that they have. So that's my 2 cents, and that's why I said no on this thing. But I wouldn't be mad at it. I mean, it'd be kind of dumb. 59% of the people voting in our poll agree with me. 41% say yes, they'd like to have LeBron. So I don't think there's a wrong answer there. If LeBron came to San Antonio, obviously the fans would be excited. The NBA itself, I think, would be excited. And the players would be excited.
And again, I think for the Spurs, you make the phone call just to find out. But you're focused on some of these other guys as free agency officially begins in about 7 minutes.
Wow.
Hey, Wes, you're on the Blitz. What's going on, man?
Hey, guys, first and foremost, the last time I spoke to y'all, Gracie was still out on the loose, so thank God the draft got found, right? I mean, that's so important to our move. Hey, listen, I think one of the bigger points that everybody kind of misses in our Spurs fandom and our armchair GM fan base is the Spurs have already kind of tipped their hand a bit, guys. You know, typically in a draft, they don't go after, position of need. They go after best player available, right? Well, they took two bigs. They took one that they feel like is going to be a stud in it when he's healthy, and they picked another who they feel like can play right now. I don't think they're going to go against what they need right now, and that would be an excellent big that has some length to give Wemby some help, whether it's Rui Hachimura or whether it's John Collins. I just don't see LeBron James coming in for the salary more than anything else, and I don't see the fit for a young group that's already so energetic and vibrant together. For me right now, the best money they can spend is we're talking about a team that led for 72% of the finals. So what do you need? Do you need LeBron James? Probably not. You probably need guys that can beef up that front court so they're not tired at the end of games.
That's a good call, Wes, and I agree with you. They need a closer. Now, Dylan Harper, I think, could be that guy. He may already be here, and he could be that guy, and we'll see how they use him. But that was their biggest problem. That, and I think they fall in love with the three-point shot, and when they're not making it, it allows teams back in. I mean, think about it. And I was corrected yesterday, rightly so. 4 of the 5 games in the finals, they had double-digit leads and lost. So, I mean, think about that. That doesn't just happen because it happens. It happens because you're not making shots and the other team is, and the reason is you're jacking up three-pointers with 10, 12 seconds on the shot clock. Mm-hmm. And that's why it happens. And so, first of all, I think that needs to change a little bit. I'm not saying they go away from that because that's who they are. They're a three-point shooting team. But I think they can adjust that a little bit and be more selfish, if you will, with the shot clock. And wait till if you're going to jack up a 3 with 2 seconds left, fine. And if you miss that, you miss that. But when you're doing it with 10, 12 seconds left on the shot clock, that just, well, I mean, the results speak for themselves.
Drives me nuts.
We saw it in the NBA Finals. We saw it a lot. So it's crazy. But we'll see what LeBron does. And again, wouldn't be mad at it, Jason, and I'm not saying that. There's something that just doesn't feel right about it with this particular team for me. So we'll see what decision LeBron makes, whether it's Golden State, Miami, San Antonio, who knows. But he'll have to make that decision. When we come back, it will be officially the NBA free agency period. Will there be any deals announced here in about the next 5 minutes or so? Well, we'll let you know when we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Riding home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams 4th of July sale and get 30% off paints and stains June 26th through July 6th. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collision since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
Attention soccer fans. House of Cards and Collectibles on Vance Jackson has the 2026 Panini Prism FIFA Soccer Card Packs in stock. Pull cards from Mbappe, Messi, Kane, Bellingham, and many more. Find autographs and serial numbered cards randomly inserted. House of Cards and Collectibles also has FIFA World Cup sticker albums and packs. Come in today before they're all gone. House of Cards and Collectibles at 2105 Vance Jackson Road.
Soccer fans, you know the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to watch any big game with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. From World Cup to baseball to all the fights, get into the Roo Pub. And when you show up at the Roo, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch the game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Missions fans, celebrate Tuesdays for the Cultura at Wolf Stadium with AARP $2 Tuesdays. Presented by San Antonio Sports Star. $2 tickets, beer, hot dogs, and more every Tuesday home game. Get your tickets at samissions.com.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, it was breaking this afternoon. LeBron James not going to play with the LA Lakers. He's going to move on. In fact, told the Lakers to move on without him. Going to play somewhere other than LA, the favorites, Golden State, Cleveland, and Miami. Soccer today, we had Norway beating Ivory Coast 2-1. France right now leading 1-0 in World Cup action.
Sports Center brought to you by SAPDcareers.com. The San Antonio Police Department is always hiring.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagel. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Well, it is official now. 5 o'clock, that means the NBA free agency period has officially opened. And I'm expecting some stuff now. Surprised we don't have anything here. Appreciate y'all joining us here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He is Jason Minix. And I'm got to be some stuff coming down the pike, doesn't it?
Refresh. Nothing.
Yeah.
No, just be careful out there. Don't fall for some fake shams Twitter account.
Yeah, please don't do that. Like Bismack Biyombo signing a 4-year, $200 bazillion deal. You didn't fall for it. The hook was in, Minix, but you got away.
Yeah, that's it. I saw it. It was in the office. I said words I can't say on the radio, like you. It's fake. Thank God it's fake.
You know, I'm wondering here, going back to Kawhi Leonard, because that was a trade that was that Shams announced. Haven't got anything official, but the Sports Illustrated has graded this trade. They're giving the Clippers a C+.
That's about right.
And they're giving the Raptors an A. And I'm just wondering, I'll have to read the article, but just on that, I'm not sure why it would be that much of a lopsided deal.
Well, Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, and a couple of draft picks are going to the LA Clippers, right? Now, keep in mind, John Morant got traded and no picks are involved.
None.
Which still, but you look at, when you're looking at the grades there, neither Brandon Ingram or Grady Dick are near the player that Kawhi Leonard is. And I think that's got to be part of it. But I don't know that the Clippers really had much of a choice with everything going on with the investigation, and it almost feels like they had to move away from Kawhi, and Kawhi was only going to go to a couple of places where he would sign a long-term deal. Toronto was one of them. There were reports that San Antonio was on his list, but there ain't no way in hell he was ever coming back here. I can't imagine that anybody over there in the Spurs office has seriously considered bringing in Kawhi, unless, I don't know, a couple of breakfast tacos and a Big Red. No, you're not trading for that guy. He can't come back here. Not even for Big Red and barbacoa. Never mind.
Well, no, and no, he can't. It's just absolutely not. And never really thought that was serious, just because, just the history that Kawhi has here. I won't rehash it and go all into it, but it's just it's bad, and it was bad. It was a horrible divorce, and he's never coming back. I mean, that'd be like getting back with your ex after she fleeced you for thousands and ruined your life. I would never do that.
Yeah. Never, huh?
Never.
All of a sudden, a Buck Cherry song is playing in my head. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. G-Dub, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? My first time calling, and as I told your screener, Joe Reinagel, you don't lose your damn mind. Respectfully.
He didn't just lose it, G-Dub. It's been gone a long time, man.
Talk to me, G-Dub.
It's
Why?
been gone a long time. Okay, well, listen. You can't see we're a four-time NBA champion, where arguably the top player in NBA history would fit on this Spurs team.
Well, you tell me.
You can't see that, Joe?
Where would he fit?
Okay, well, listen. Let me tell you. Okay, I'll tell you right now, Joe.
Okay.
You threw out the name Champagnie. Only thing Champagnie does better than LeBron James is the three-point shooting percentage. That's this year.
Okay.
But Champagnie is not the playmaker. Champagnie is not the playmaker that LeBron James is. Champagnie doesn't have the.
G-Dub.
Go ahead.
He's on a roll, man.
Yeah.
Let him go.
Yeah, hang on. Champagnie.
Okay.
Say it with me. Champagnie.
Gotcha.
All right.
Champagnie.
Yeah.
Champagnie. He's not the playmaker LeBron James is, Jason. He doesn't have the experience. Listen, LeBron James has never been a part of a 29-point meltdown. If he's on the court during that, he's telling those players what they need to do and what they don't need to do. Okay? So, Joe, I can't believe you have a take like that. You know, you can't see where LeBron James fits. Of course he fits. You make exceptions for LeBron James if you bring them to the Spurs. That's all I got, fellas. Enjoy the show. Have a great day. Thank you.
Appreciate you, G-Dub.
G-Dub, great call. It really is, and I appreciate the passion there. And I'm the debate is great, and I love it. I just think, look, you're probably right about the 29-point meltdown.
Yep.
If LeBron's on the floor, that probably does not happen. All I'm saying is, with this team, with the Spurs building this team, and what are you going to have LeBron for a year? Two, maybe.
Yeah.
I can't see it. I understand the great, and again, I'm not going to be mad about it. All right, if it happens, I'm gonna stand up and cheer, and I'm gonna root my butt off for LeBron James and the Spurs. I just don't think it's going to happen. Number one, and I just like the direction this team is going. I like the foundation they have, and you add some role players around. If you want to argue that LeBron would be one of those types, fine.
And in fairness, you are pretty consistent when you look at big-name veteran guys that are older. Whether you're talking about a Kevin Durant or a LeBron James, you always say the same. They're only going to be here for a year or two. And does that mess with the chemistry that's being built with the foundational pieces? And you don't look at them as role players. Now, according to Dave McMenamin from ESPN, LeBron has instructed Rich Paul, his agent, to talk to everyone around the league who is interested in him playing for them, and then come back to LeBron with what the options are so that he can make an informed decision. That's what Dave tweets out. Now, it feels like Rich Paul has homework to do that's never going to get looked at, but does make me wonder, though, if you see that from Dave, that maybe this Golden State deal isn't quite the slam dunk already done deal. So just in case, let me have my options, because it's 5:08. You kind of thought that part of it could have already been taken care of.
That's absolutely true, and maybe it's not. Now, I did read a report where Curry and Draymond Green were going to go out and politic and try to recruit LeBron to Golden State. But look, if you're LeBron James, why not? Especially if this is your last hurrah. If you're going somewhere and this is it, and that's the last team you're going to be on, and why not try to get a championship? He said he'd like to finish his career in New York or L.A. It's not going to be in L.A., and I don't think he's going to go to the Clippers. So it's not going to be there. So would New York be a landing spot for him? Would he fit in there with a bunch of other veterans that have been in the league for a minute? I understand what everybody's saying about LeBron James. I understand the player that he is. I understand all of that. I just feel like with this team, the way it is being built, the way it's being constructed, the foundation is there. It's there already. I don't want to mess with that foundation. And obviously the Spurs think enough of Champagnie to give him a 3-year, $45 million deal.
Yep.
If he wasn't the guy or they didn't have hope for him, I don't think they pay him that. The Spurs aren't just out handing out money because they like somebody. This is a business after all.
Now, so somebody else to kind of keep an eye on as free agency is getting underway, and this could be interesting. Mark Stein tweeting out, barring a last-minute change, Dean Wade is going to test the market in unrestricted free agency, expected to field interest from several playoff teams.
Spurs being one of them.
Yeah, Spurs being one of them. And again, Dean Wade, big 6'9" dude with Cleveland. Up until today, it kind of felt like he was going to stay with Cleveland, but as free agency is going, and those are the kind of, Dean Wade, Tobias Harris, John Collins, Hashimura. There's names out there that are more realistic for San Antonio than LeBron James.
Well, keep in mind, though, a guy like Wade being a restricted free agent, Cleveland can match anything anybody else offers. So I don't blame the guy for going out and seeing what's out there, seeing what he could get on the open market. And if it forces the team he's with now to match that, hey, why not? Why not get it done? And if they don't, well, then you're going to get your bag somewhere else.
Well, that's it. And I'm not sure. I'd have to check if Dean Wade is restricted or unrestricted. But
I'm pretty sure he is restricted, Jason. Like Walker Kessler is another guy from Utah that is being thrown around, and I'm pretty sure he's restricted, but I'll find that out.
Yeah, because I saw something earlier from Jake Fisher that basically said if LeBron were to end up in Cleveland, some of the guys that they were targeting to bring back, they wouldn't be able to keep. Although, again, LeBron's not going to be motivated by money.
No, he's not. I think he would play for 10, 15, well, maybe not 10, $15, $20 million perhaps.
If Aaron Rodgers can play for 10 M's, why not LeBron?
Well, LeBron certainly has a hell of a lot more money than Aaron Rodgers.
Yes.
I promise you that. And he has a lot more money than a lot of people. So there you go. We got to take a break. We're going to switch gears for a minute because we haven't talked to this young lady in a while, and I'm looking forward to doing it. Shireen Williams, Mother Football, ProFootballTalk.com, joins us next here on The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The Morning Huddle.
Oh, you're trying to look up YouPorn. You can't do that in this state.
I just hit Pornhub.
Yeah, you can't do
How
that.
did I get through the firewall?
You didn't. You can't. You like there.
Hey, while you're there,
you got to the warning page. That's as far as you can make it.
It actually said Pornhub.
You from Texas? We don't work here anymore.
It wants to know my age.
are you sure it wasn't Corn Hub?
It's Corn Hub.
That's a whole other site.
That's what the gal. Oh, those gals in Iowa.
Yeah.
Oh, ribbed.
Oh, yeah.
Well, corn is ribbed for her pleasure.
Oh, shorts and cowboy
Is that
boots.
popcorn or pig corn?
Both if you play your cards right.
The Morning Huddle with AJ and Rob. Weekday mornings 6 to 10. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
For adults with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms, every choice matters. Tremfya offers self-injection or intravenous infusion from the start. Tremfya is administered as injections under the skin or infusions through a vein every 4 weeks, followed by injections under the skin every 4 or 8 weeks. If your doctor decides that you can self-inject Tremfya, proper training is required. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio and have been practicing law here since 1994. And in the past 30-plus years, I've helped hundreds of San Antonians injured by negligent drivers. If you've been injured in a car or truck collision, call me, 210-900-0400. I did want to let you know of a very disturbing trend I've seen that you really need to be aware of. If an attorney or someone acting on that attorney's behalf calls you after a traffic collision, with very limited exceptions, that is called barratry or solicitation. It's a crime and is unethical under our state bar rules. Do not answer these phone calls. Do not hire an unethical attorney. Neither I nor anyone in my firm will ever call you after a traffic collision. If you need my help, and if you've been injured in a traffic collision, I think you do, you'll need to call me. My name is Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400, or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700, plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy Posturepedic mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
This World Cup update on San Antonio Sports Star is brought to you by Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks is unmatched for every match. With 29-degree drafts of Michelob Ultra, handcrafted Casamigos margaritas, a scratch-made menu, and screens that put you in the front row of every game, it's all going down at the Lodge. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Westwood One Sports presents this World Soccer Update, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes bundling home and auto easy. Learn more at Progressive.com. Halftime in New Jersey, France leads Sweden 1-0. Kylian Mbappe scored in the 45th minute, his record 9th goal in the World Cup knockout stage. He also had a goal taken away because he was offsides, and he hit the post. Shots are 15-3 in favor of France. Paraguay awaits the winner Saturday in the round of 16. Earlier in Dallas, Norway knocked out Ivory Coast 2-1 on Erling Haaland's goal in the 86th minute. His 5th goal in just 3 World Cup matches sets up a showdown against Brazil coming up on Sunday. And Mexico City will be in the Wild tonight, 9 Eastern for the host Mexico and Ecuador. Winner gets the winner of England and DR Congo, which will be tomorrow. With this 2026 World Soccer Update, I'm Brad Heller, Westwood One Sports.
David is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years, and I'm from Flowery Branch, Georgia. When I first started taking Prevagen, I noticed stuff just seemed to come together. and fit like a jigsaw puzzle. When I have customers come in, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's safe and effective, does not require a prescription, and I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I know it works. I wouldn't recommend something like Prevagen if I didn't think it was worth it because it works so good for me. And I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really works so good. Makes my day.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
The NFL is on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, everything's a little eerily quiet when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys this offseason. That is a change for sure. Hi, everybody. This is the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix.
And France has added another goal here now, 2-0 over Sweden as we continue to follow the World Cup. But let's talk about the Dallas Cowboys with Mother Football. Shireen Williams joining us here on the Buyers Barricades guest line. And it is kind of crazy how quiet it's been, about a month away from getting out to Oxnard for training camp.
Yeah, not a lot going on right now. It's kind of nice. People keep asking me, "You ready for football?" I was like, "Yeah, I need about another month, and then I'll be ready." Need a little downtime first. So I think the World Cup has kind of kept people busy, and that's been good.
Well, I think it's been good, too, and I think you're right, Shireen, that it's kept everybody intrigued. The matches have been great. The United States is still certainly well in it, and nobody's thinking about the football. They're thinking about football.
That's it, and just wait till the U.S. is eliminated, and we'll probably start thinking about American football a little bit more. It's just around the corner. Like, I just think this time of year goes so fast, and to me, August is the slow month because it's just a grind to get through training camp, and I don't enjoy August very much. The games don't mean anything. August to me seems long. It's hot and everything that comes with it. And then you get September and it just seems like the season flies. So we got to get through this little off period and then August, and then we're on to it. It's not going to be that long until the games are here for sure.
It's true. And again, I mean, you think about a month and everybody's in Oxnard, or every NFL team will be in training camp in about a month, and you go from there. But watching the World Cup and the debate on grass field, and they're in Dallas, the curtains that they put up, the stadium looks great. Jerry World looks great with grass field and with curtains. Any chance that Jerry will budge on those two issues?
I think no, but I think he should. And I don't know how easy the grass would be to keep just because of all the other events they have there. It might be a problem. I don't know. I mean, it's not just about the Cowboys and football. They have concerts in there, and they have concerts in there during the season. It's going to tear up the grass, having those concerts in there. So I just don't know how easy it would be to keep, but I wish they would have the grass in there. I think it looks fantastic. It's obviously much better on the players' joints. We haven't seen, I don't think, any torn ACLs in the World Cup, and none in that dreaded stadium in New Jersey where ACLs happen to tear all the time. We haven't seen that. So grass is better. We all know that. It's just how hard is it going to be to maintain with everything else you have going on. Here, grass will be easier to grow, but then you got to worry about tearing it up. And, we've seen bad grass in Chicago and other places. That's probably worse than turf.
Well, it's going to be I don't think they're going to do it. Any owner, Shireen, that has artificial turf, I don't think any of them are going to do it anymore, just because of the expense and the things that you said, because these facilities are used for so many different things. It's not just Jerry, but it's, I think, everybody that has artificial surface.
Well, I mean, I'm a taxpayer in Arlington, and we spent gazillions of dollars, with $325 million or whatever it was, on this stadium. And so we want money back. We want money to go to the city, and having 9, 10, 11 games you count in the preseason, you know, that few games is not good for the economy. Like, there needs to be other events there, and to have other events there, you're going to tear up the turf if it's a real grass field. So that's, to me, is the biggest problem. And of course, they, you know, raised the level of the to make the pitch fit. So those field suites have gone away. You know, those field suites are coming back for the season because that's another big money maker for Jerry, and another reason that they won't go to a grass field. But yeah, I would love to see grass. I would love to see grass in every single stadium. The fact that a school like UT that doesn't have a dome on it has artificial turf on baseball and football. And by the way, I think that's probably a reason their catcher looked awful in the College World Series. He wasn't used to playing on grass and real dirt. It makes a difference. And the fact that a school like that, you know, doesn't have grass, any other school, it's not just UT, but they certainly have the money to put in grass. I just think it's terrible. It's terrible for the players, and I think the players should demand to have grass in as many places as they possibly can. And there are some places in the NFL that can have grass that don't have grass, for sure.
Shireen Williams from Pro Football Talk joining us here on The Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. You think back through the offseason workouts that the Cowboys had, and I remember Dak Prescott saying one thing about the new defensive coordinator and the trash talking that they were doing and the confidence coming from the defense. Now, again, this time of year, everybody looks good, right? But do you feel like Christian Parker has had that immediate of an impact, even though it was, you know, not padded practices and that sort of thing?
I don't know. It's hard to say. You know, was it last year? I think during training camp we saw him doing all these antics at the end of practice and carrying people off, and everybody talked about the camaraderie and how great it was and the teamwork, and oh, they're having so much fun, and it certainly didn't pay off for them. So until you get out there and get on the field for real games to see how he's going to be as a play caller, what's he going to do, how are they going to adapt, how quickly are they going to adapt to the 3-4 defense, base defense, all those things, we have no idea, and they have no idea. I mean, they may not admit they have no idea, but they don't know. They don't know how he's going to be as a play caller. How would you know how he's going to be as a play caller? You haven't seen it. He hasn't done it in the anxiety of a game, the big moments, the pressure. We haven't seen him in those situations as a play caller. He hasn't seen himself in those situations, so no one knows how this is going to go. They think it'll go great. He's done all the right things in the offseason. Their personnel is much better than last season, but to have an opinion on whether they're going to be, I think they're going to be better just because they gave up 511 points last year. But how much better are they going to be is, I think, the question, and I don't think anybody right now can answer that.
Well, you know, Shireen, that's interesting that you say that. I think that's for the entire football team. Obviously, they look good on paper. And it's quiet now. There's no drama going up. You know, Pickens was great during mandatory minicamp and all of that. And they look like they're going to be a team that can contend. But there's a lot of pressure, especially on a lot of those guys on the defensive side of the football. They've got to step up this year.
They do. A lot of big pressure on a lot of those players, especially in that defensive line. They're going to have to figure out a way to get to the quarterback, or the front seven anyway. Find a way to get to the quarterback however that happens. So I'm excited to see what they can do. I'm going to pick them to win the division. If I had to pick today, I would pick them to win the division simply because I do think their defense is going to be better. I think they've got the best offense in the division. I don't think there's any question about that. I don't know how you can look at each team's offense and say anybody else in that division is better. The Cowboys by far have the best offense in the division, probably the best special teams in the division. Do they have the best defense or one of the best defenses in the division? Not right now. How good are they going to be on defense? I think that's going to tell the story. But, yeah, you start looking at the rest of the NFC. I mean, I think the three teams in the NFC West are better than any team in the NFC East. A lot of things can happen during the season. Rams got to keep Matthew Stafford healthy. That's key for them, as it is for any team, to keep the quarterback healthy. A lot of things can happen during the season, but it's just on paper, like you said, just on paper, looking at it now. To me, the Cowboys are the best team in the NFC East. but I don't think they're one of the top 3 teams in the NFC overall.
Shireen, when you think about that Cowboys defense, and obviously that was where they focused during the NFL draft, a friend of mine asked me yesterday, aside from Caleb Downs, who's the obvious one, and huge expectations on him, which rookie do you think will have the biggest impact? And my immediate answer is going to be Malachi Lawrence because, where he was picked. But are there other rookies that you think could come in and make an immediate impact?
Well, I think that's the 2 that you look at. I mean, just because of where they were drafted and what they're going to be expected to do, I think that's the 2 guys that you say are going to have the biggest immediate impact on that defense. And, they made enough additions in free agency that those may be the only 2 guys who make significant difference on defense and have significant snaps on defense. There'll be others on special teams who will develop and things like that. But to me, I'm with you. I think it's those 2 guys that are going to get more snaps than the other guys who were drafted there. And I think that they need to have, especially Caleb Downs, they need to have an impact if the Cowboys are going to be that much better on defense.
Shireen, let me ask you this question. We talk about the players and the pressure on them. What are your thoughts on the front office and what they did this year? I applaud Stephen Jones for coming out early and telling George Pickens he's going to play on the franchise tag, and that kind of ended that, although we continue to talk about it, obviously. They went out and they made some moves on the market. And it just seems like the approach this year is a lot different than it has been in years past.
I agree, and I think it's because of the moves they didn't make last year that cost them on defense that led to this. Or maybe it was the moves on defense to trading Micah Parsons, whatever it was. They didn't do enough in the offseason last year. They didn't trade Micah Parsons early enough in the offseason last year. They made some big mistakes in that front office a year ago, but I think they redeemed themselves this year. And that Micah Parsons trade could turn out to be a win-win with what they did. With what they got out of it. It could be a win-win for both teams because, Parsons, as we've talked about, is a generational pass rusher, and usually you don't trade those guys. But they did, and I think what they did with those picks and turned them into players they turned them into, I think could be a win for the Cowboys. That remains to be seen. But I like the moves they made this offseason. Now, having said all that, I would have liked them to sign some other veterans and bring in like a Bobby Wagner. Even if he doesn't play a ton of snaps for you, I just think from a leadership position and all those things, maybe a Von Miller. I don't know how they think he fits in a 3-4 defense, but again, a great locker room guy who could really help your guys be better, even if he's only playing 20 to 30 snaps a game. I just think he helps make your defense better. So I would like them to still, and they can still do that. Those guys are still free agent. There's other guys out there than those that I mentioned who could help you at inside linebacker and as edge rushers. So I really would like to see that, which could, it's not going to happen right now, but maybe when we get down to the end of training camp and they see what they've got, they decide, yeah, that might be the right move to make. But I just think those guys are such great leaders in a locker room. And can teach those young players so much. They have a lot of young players on that defense now, and I just think those types of – they have a Quentin Williams. I get all that. But I just think that there's guys who are really special who can still provide you enough in 20, 30 snaps that they're worth signing.
Shireen Williams, ProFootballTalk.com, joining us here on The Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. I wanted to get your thoughts on the Brendan Sorsby situation, but in the last hour and a half, he's announced that he's not going to try any more legal maneuvers and just do everything he can to get ready for the NFL draft next year. He did apologize, took accountability in the letter, which was kind of a step that it seemed like the commissioner wanted him to take. But with those allegations, as a quarterback, especially as a quarterback, do you think he does have a future in the NFL?
Well, I think with this announcement today, they're going to give him that opportunity if, and to me it's a big if based on his past gambling antics, if he can keep from gambling over the next year, then yeah, I think he does. I think he will have paid his year. Basically, it's a year suspension is basically what it is. Of course, they don't call it that, but that's what they've done. And I think that's right. I think that's what he should have served was a year suspension, and see if he can keep from gambling. And listen, it could work out to his advantage, because if he had gone into the supplemental draft, I think he would have been a fourth-round pick, somewhere in that range. You know, what we would call a third day. It wouldn't have been the third day in the supplemental draft, but, you know, he'd have been in that range, that to me, in that fourth-round range. Maybe somebody spends a third-rounder on him, but more likely he goes in the fourth round. Now he's probably going to go higher in the draft if he does all the right things off the field. If he trains like he should train over the next, he's got almost whatever it is till we get to the combine in February, however many months that is. If he trains and goes with the right people who can do, you know, work with him off the field as well. And what I mean by that is in the film room and studying NFL offenses and NFL defenses and getting a better understanding of what NFL teams do and watching games with them and all those things. Whether it's a Brian Greasy or somebody else who's done this for a living, but that's what he needs to go do. And then he comes and he gets a combine, he gets a pro day. He comes out, he could be a first-round pick. He could be a first-round pick or a second-round pick, I think, and maybe go to a better team than he would have gone to in supplemental draft. Because there may be a team like Lamar Jackson when he was up for the draft that was going to use the 32nd overall pick on him, or going to draft him late in the second round if he's still on the board. So there's a chance he goes to a better team than he otherwise would have, which works out to his benefit. So he goes higher and he goes to a better team. That all could happen. So to me, this is the best thing for him, and to prove that he's good off the field. This is not going to be a long-term problem for him. And you're right. You mentioned the quarterback position. He touches the ball every play. So there is that concern of, is this guy going to throw games? Are we going to see that when it gets down to it, that this is an addiction and he's going to go out there and be an Art Schlichter? So we'll see. But this is a big, big few months for him to stay right, to train and do all the right things he needs to do.
You know, I'm curious, Shireen, and I've got to ask your opinion on this. Were you surprised that Texas Tech fought as hard as they did for this guy?
Yes and no, because when you think about it, he as Sue happy as he was, he probably would have sued Texas Tech. And so I think they said, you know, we're going to – they never said he was going to play. Do I think they were going to play him? Absolutely, I do, but they never said that. And did they come out bad looking in this? Yes, but I think they were in a no-win situation as well. What were they supposed to do? Just completely cut ties, have him sue them to play, and then you're getting into NIL stuff. And, you know, at the end it came down to, we are cutting ties with you, but we're letting you keep your money. And I think that was the agreement that they made, and they walked away. But I think I think he handled it very, very poorly, suing as much as he did, never apologizing until today. That was the first apology we've seen. That was the first remorse that he showed for what he did. Instead, it was just sue. I'm good. I went to rehab for a little amount of time. I went to rehab. I'm good. You know, whatever. He didn't even say that much, but that's basically what it was. That was the premise of it. So, you know, I don't think he handled it like he should have. Whoever was doing his PR did a really bad thing. They didn't advise him well. But I think Texas Tech was in a really, really tough spot.
Very true. Follow her on Twitter at NFL Shireen, the great Shireen Williams from Pro Football Talk. Great catching up. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it. Shireen Williams on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online at buyersbarricades.com. Sweden could probably use a barricade or two from Buyers Barricades, because they're letting goals in left and right. Mbappe just got another one.
Mbappe is something else,
yeah.
Man. He's incredible, that guy. He is. It's 3-0 France right now, and they're cruising as we speak. Couple of signings, small, have been announced in the NBA since free agent period has started. And we'll get you caught up on that. We'll get you caught up on just some loose ends from the San Antonio Spurs. and other things when it comes to the NBA and the free agency period when we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Let me tell you about Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heating, and AC. Their phone number is 210-651-5899, 651-5899. At Quarter Moon, they are experts in emergency situations that you might be dealing with, plumbing issues, problems with your AC. But they got great maintenance programs as well. And they also created what they are calling the Breathe Easy package, because apparently a lot of your houses stink, and it's your AC unit. If your house is smelling a little off, something just doesn't smell right, call Quarter Moon and have them deep clean your blower motor, blower wheel, your AC housing. They'll clean the coil, disinfect the inside of the AC cabinet, then they install a UV light to zap bacteria and other stuff that is in there. Who knew, right? Well, now we're telling you, if your house is smelling off, this will get you cleaner air, a fresher home, and an AC system that smells like it should. They call it the Breathe Easy package. If that's you, call Quarter Moon at 210-651-5899, 651-5899, or online, quartermoonplumbing.com.
All right, step up. If you really know the Rangers, this is your game on Rangers Game Day. Make your call in the morning huddles, Ranger Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger who takes one deep. He hits one, you're in. Ranger tickets. He hits two. Now we're talking tickets and a hotel stay. Big swings, big rewards. Wake up with the morning huddle and cash in with the morning huddles, Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
Attention soccer fans. House of Cards and Collectibles on Vance Jackson has the 2026 Panini Prism FIFA Soccer Card Packs in stock. Pull cards from Mbappe, Messi, Kane, Bellingham, and many more. Find autographs and serial numbered cards randomly inserted. House of Cards and Collectibles also has FIFA World Cup sticker albums and packs. Come in today before they're all gone. House of Cards and Collectibles at 2105 Vance Jackson Road.
America is having the biggest birthday party ever. 250 years old. That's like a lot of candles. And you can't have the best birthday party without the best fireworks. Mr. W Fireworks has everything you need to make America's 250th totally unforgettable.
The lowest prices around.
Seriously, nobody beats them.
Nobody.
No sneaky fees, no crazy markups. Just awesome fireworks at real low prices. And go to MrWFireworks.com to find a location near you. Mr. W Fireworks.
Because 250 only happens once.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You play for the win, not just on game day, every day. Channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like head administrator for a state-of-the-art surgical center.
What can I do for you, Doc? We need to talk about the lights. Ah, the mood lighting, relaxing, right? Much better than those old hospital vibes. A hospital's supposed to have hospital vibes. You seem tense. Let's dim the lights a bit.
This is a job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Missions fans, get ready for AARP $2 Tuesdays at Wolf Stadium, presented by San Antonio Sports Star. Enjoy $2 tickets, beer, hot dogs, and more at every Tuesday home game. First pitch at 7:05. Don't miss out. Get your tickets now at samissions.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Coming up on the Morning Huddle, free agency trades, the NBA offseason in full swing.
NBA, nobody cares about that. It's football or soccer, and all the knockouts will keep you caught up. And we'll talk some real sports, too. Hey, get here early. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Back here on the Blitz as we get some free agency news rolling in here. The biggest one, obviously, is the Kawhi Leonard trade to the Toronto Raptors. That is now done for Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, 2 first-round picks, a pick swap, 2 second-rounders as well. That's what's going back to the Clippers. The other big one, and apparently it is for the Miami Heat, is Tim Hardaway Jr. Going there and giving them a little shooting punch that they need. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix.
Nothing yet involving the San Antonio Spurs, which, what, Pledge? Oh. Yeah.
Is he being dramatic in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He scared me. He screams from the other side of the glass like I'm supposed to be able to understand him, which I don't know. It's kind of interesting. I mean, DeAndre Jordan, he's going back to the Pelicans.
19th season for him.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. And then Shams, I want free agency news. The NBA Cup championship game will be at Hinkle Fieldhouse.
Which I didn't realize.
Not Las Vegas?
I didn't realize that's Hoosiers. That's where they played the Hoosiers championship game or whatever.
Like the movie Gene Hackman?
Hoosiers, yeah.
Isn't that Hinkle Fieldhouse?
I have no idea.
Pledge? Movie expert?
I'm not sure, but there you go. It's Hinkle Fieldhouse. It's something famous for sure.
Mm-hmm. Butler.
Butler.
Was built in 1928.
Oh, wow.
It was the largest basketball arena in the U.S. until 1950, according to Wikipedia.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Well, at least they had their day.
Sometimes referred to as Indiana's basketball cathedral. So, yeah.
Makes sense. That'll be fun, though, to see that, I think.
Well, I mean.
It's kind of like going back to the Field of Dreams field where Major League Baseball plays sometimes.
Wasn't, what's the word I'm looking for? The idea of the Cup, you get to go to Vegas?
Well.
Now you get to go to Indianapolis in December?
You're going to get to watch history, see history in the making.
Mm-hmm.
Look, they're still going back to Madison Square Garden, for goodness sake. When was that place built?
It's still the Garden. I mean, that's the site of Taylor Swift's wedding.
I know. This weekend, apparently, or Friday, perhaps. Did you see that? They take all the workers' phones away when they're at work, so they don't take pictures of the setup and all of that stuff. Hey, Pledge, the TV's off, man.
Keep watching. Push that button. Keep watching.
Yeah, it's 3-0 France still. They're in the 85th minute right now. Don't know what kind of stoppage time they'll add. I don't think it matters, though. Anyway, France is going to win this game.
Yes, they're up 3-0. They better not blow this game at this point.
Well, it happens. The Spurs did. 29-point lead.
France. Wait, we had a French guy.
We did.
Oh, well, we still do.
We still have a French guy, yeah.
Yeah. Huh. All right. So there's rumors involving the San Antonio Spurs. But 46 minutes into free agency, apparently they're still at dinner.
Yeah, maybe they just haven't. Look, they've got some time, and not everything has to be done now. But I'm sure they've been working the phones just like every other NBA team's been working the phones and figuring out what you can do, what you want to do, and if it's all possible. So Yeah, now's the time to watch your phone and be ready because stuff could break at any time.
Well, again, the two big things is Kawhi getting traded from the Clippers to the Toronto Raptors and LeBron not returning to the Lakers. And you wonder now, because according to reports, Dave McMenamin from ESPN, LeBron has told his agent, talk to every team that's interested, figure out what the best options are so he can make a decision. Now, I know it kind of feels like everything's been set up for him to head to Golden State, but either maybe that isn't as far along of a done deal as everybody was thinking it would be, but now does everybody have to kind of sit and wait on LeBron James for all these other dominoes to fall while he is trying to make his decision? Because even Draymond Green said on his podcast that he opted out to give his team flexibility.
My decision to opt out was for a few reasons. As you all know, I've always taken the approach of working with the organization. I've been in one place for 14 years. It's more of a family to me than anything. You're talking people I've built relationships with over the course of the past 14 years. I view Golden State more like Michigan State. It's more like an alma mater for me, as I've been somewhere for 14 years. So when in a position to try to help better our team, to try to help better this organization, bringing my number down has allowed us to explore a little bit more, to help the books a little bit more. I am always intrigued by that route. So opting out, I think for us, it gives optionality. Joe Lacob, Peter Guber has never been one to shy away from doing things that help this team get better. And if I can stand on that same side and have a hand in helping this organization be in a better position, I'm always willing to do that. We'll figure it out from here on what's the best course moving forward, and so I feel great about it, and, we'll see where it goes from here. But that was kind of at the heart of my decision to opt out.
As much crap as he gets, and for the type of player that he is, he is a team guy, and obviously very loyal to Golden State to do that. And if he has to take a little bit less, he'll take a little bit less to make that team better. If that's LeBron or somebody else, they did. Now they did sign Kristaps Porzingis, so he's back.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll see what happens with LeBron. LeBron may take his time. And that's just LeBron.
Could you imagine being in the training room for Golden State if all those old guys get there? My goodness. The injury update every week is going to be about what's going on with the Golden State Warriors. Speaking of, it's time for our injury update. Brought to you by the Sports Institute at TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine, online at TSAOG.com. Let's welcome on the Buyers Barricades guest line, Dr. Harrison Schofield. How much BioFreeze will they need to ship to San Francisco, Doc, if all these old guys end up playing for the Warriors?
You'd have the geriatric team, you're the opposite of the Spurs. Yeah, we'll see how that works out for them. But yeah, they're going to have a full training staff there for sure.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That'll be fun to watch, though, I think, if they can stay healthy for a week or two. That'll be interesting to see. Doc, we're talking about a lot of obviously World Cup soccer, and the United States team, really good position right now. But they got a couple of guys out, and our soccer expert, Katie Goodman, says that Austin Trusty is a player that they rely on. He's got an ankle injury, and then there's Christian Roldan with a quad injury. Playing soccer and those types of injuries, does it take a little bit longer to recover, or should they be about like anybody else?
Yeah, definitely, certainly high demand. Obviously, the quad and the ankle for as much as they have to run, and obviously if it's on their kicking leg, definitely plays a factor. But yeah, from what I'm seeing, it obviously just also matters the severity of both of those injuries. From what I've heard, the ankle injury was relatively severe. But it sounds like from what I'm seeing that they're both going to hopefully be good to go. But yeah, certainly like you're saying, you'd think that, maybe compared to some other things, it would be pretty high demand to get them back. But yeah, hopefully they'll be ready to go for Wednesday.
It's a huge game tomorrow night for sure. And Doc, one of those, it makes our injury report, but it's just sad to see the story yesterday. Chris Johnson going on Good Morning America with Strahan to tell the world that he's dealing with ALS, and the symptoms came on so quickly. He said his grip wasn't the same. He didn't feel as strong. And I know that's not an area of expertise for you, but when you see or hear that, what can people do if they start to feel like maybe a symptom or two of ALS is there?
Yeah, it's super devastating diagnosis, and I feel horrible for him after such an amazing NFL career to have that happen. Unfortunately, there's really no cure for that yet. Obviously, there's a ton of ongoing research to try to figure that out. It's diagnosed typically with like a nerve test that they can tell you kind of what's going on. They call it like an EMG type test. That's typically how you would diagnose it. And usually it just affects like your motor nerves. So you like all the sensation and everything normal, and you just slowly become weaker and weaker over time. And unfortunately, it's for now, from my understanding, everything is still just kind of symptomatic treatment of it and trying to support, but there's no way to cure it at this time, sadly. So it's devastating news for such a great player. So very, very sad to hear that for sure.
Yeah, Chris Johnson was a great player for Tennessee for several years, that's for sure. When you look at that, and I've seen some reports, Doc, and again, if you know the answer to this or want to speculate or give your opinion on it, a lot of people are trying to tie this to the NFL and football in general. Would that be something that where you might go? Is there a possibility that just the violence of the game could cause an onset of this?
Yeah, I'm not aware personally of any relation there. I mean, I know there's at least some level of a genetic component to it, but I'm not aware of that. I mean, obviously, I see how people can make that jump with all the CTE concerns related to playing in the NFL and that recurrent trauma. But to me, the mechanism of this disease and kind of how it works, that probably makes less sense, and I think it's actually probably unrelated and just an unfortunate coincidence.
Well, and that was one of the things that he said in the interview. The mind is still sharp. That's the problem. What's frustrating is your body stops working, but your mind is still extremely sharp. And he was already at the point of talking through the voice recognition device. And what's crazy is he was on the Blitz with us, 2 years ago at the Super Bowl in New Orleans. And to see that, it's just scary in so many different ways. I know we're normally ACLs and hamstrings, but, that story is just, that just kind of hits you in all the wrong ways.
No doubt. Yeah. So devastating. Yeah. And so sad. And like you're saying that, you keep your mind totally, it's not like you get any kind of dementia or lose any of that. It's just you lose the ability to do all the things that you want to do physically. And for somebody that could physically do so much for so long, it's got to be especially hard.
Appreciate it. Dr. Harrison Schofield, always appreciate the knowledge and expertise, my friend.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate having me on.
Appreciate it. The injury update powered by the Sports Institute at TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine, online at TSAOG.com.
All right, it's time for us to get the heck out of here. We will continue to watch and obviously tune in tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock, the Morning Huddle. AJ and Rob, they'll get you caught up on whatever happened overnight. Jason and I will be back here at 2 to get you caught up with whatever happened after that. Until then, everybody, have a great night.
He's just got to quit that.